still the question mark about, you know, that existence change, the coach change, not having a game plan last series. Now, do they have that game plan now? Switching the tongue from Sage to Raze? Double duelist.
Maybe. I think a lot of us, if you're looking at this on paper, you're hoping for the best and expecting the worst.
They're faking.
Certainly are. Just,
and it's pulled the rotation.
Oh, and look at the progress already on the other side of the map. It wasn't just an all-in towards B. They're still leaving one player here. You're still going to have Rien's near enough by, but he's drifting away already. So they're going to read that this is now a fake. They're going to work that out, but they've managed to make their way up so deep already. You've got Benji pushing quite deep at this point. You've already got Woot by his side, and they've taken a lot of control. Process of elimination, they know maybe they're going longer round towards CT, taking their time here, but they get a very comfortable post-plant.
5 versus 5. A few seconds have already ticked from that spike. But low utility for Team Heretics. They have that dart.
They've got a pressure site now, and already Benji. And he gets away with his life. Where was the trade on that? Where was the pressure? Woot then wants in, gets denied. Good trade. Boo picks up the slack. And they've lost complete control of the map here. Benji does need to be careful to not fall. Mini Boo's gone down. There could be some threat on the side, but now the cavalry's arrived through CT. You've got Whalers surrounded, a 1v3, and they're all horrific angles to clear Heretics. Had a plan from the get-go and executed it well.
Heretics cooked up a really great pistol. I love the idea of not only going into B, tapping that spike. Gentlemates hears it, knows the spike's on B. That's going to cause that rotation. If you just go and do a bunch of utility and maybe run onto the site, but you don't plant that spike, then they're going to say, wait, it's not committed yet. Don't move, don't move. But once they call that spike, perfect.
First round to Heretics here. Looking at the buy, they're opting to come in with a couple of late moment changes. We saw, I think that was it was either a Stinger or a Spectre. I think it was a Spectre being changed up to the Guardian for Woot there. We've got the Vandal out for Rien's, and the rest kind of just rounding it out with the Ghosts coming in as well. On the other side, 2 Sheriffs brought into play for Gentlemates, and I want to see what the approach is. Heretics look confident here already. I kind of like what they're up to, and there's this kind of playing to your level, playing like the favorite in this, and it's showing with a bit of confidence here. Benji has to be careful because he is probably about to get crunched from top middle, and he is. That's only a Ghost lost, but still they need to be clean on the site.
It's good info. He knows that Gentlemates is going for that mid-fight. This spike needs to get planted ASAP though. Otherwise, it could be dangerous. Gentlemates, if they push out right now, they could catch Team Heretics.
So they've got the plant down. I'm looking at what they've got util-wise for Heretics. You've got the Paranoia with Boo, 2 shock darts, stun with Mini Boo, 2 flashes, and the nade. You've got a lot of stall here, potentially, for Heretics. No one going on that long way around. Tap on the spike. Draws out one at least of the shock darts. Still one more to be played with for Rien's, and they're starting to flood through. Takat's on the defuse here. Heretics, though, going to be meeting in with force, and that's the diffuser denied. Rien's doing well in that, and it's Bayaz. Last man alive. No damage done in the end, and no weapons lost beyond those 2 Ghosts.
I like the idea from Gentlemates to push in there through that smoke. I think one thing that they could have done to make it a little bit better is if they tap the spike, and it causes Heretics to start spamming, and then that flash comes in. They went in with the flash, but all the Team Heretics members were anti-flash. They were behind the box. They weren't peeking. There was no need to because there was no spike tap.
Maybe layering it a little bit better, forcing the hand a touch more from Heretics. Would have been nice to see Gentlemates really try and press any small advantage they could. Into the bonus round, however, now for Heretics. A very well-rounded buy. Yes, a couple of those pieces still left over, but 3 Vandals out. Still the SMG with Mini Boo, but again, it's on Neon. That can be still very, very valuable, and the Guardian remaining as well with Woot. On the other side, of course, having the buy they need. But what are we seeing? A patient beginning with a little bit of a feint towards that B site.
Busted up that trip over on B site. Made Gentlemates use a cage as well. I think they were able to get the orb. Now they're just resetting into middle a little bit. Smoke top mid, market door still closed, and it looks like they could pivot either way right now. They might do a little bit of a jab towards A and B through that market. It's open-ended. It could go either way, but Gentlemates is also spread apart. They're retaking B main right now. Once Benji sees this,
he's got good info.
He has speed up on A.
How do they respond? No responses yet. The tank's not going to be happy with that one. Going down here, Benji's just holding the back line, and Whalers has to respect this. The site too vulnerable. They can't now hold towards B main. He's already fallen back. So just pausing 35 seconds now. Clock going to start running a little low, so they are going to have to make their move here. Looks like a burst through door, and it is. SMG is going to be put to practice perfectly. Miniboo creates that first step forward, and the site's theirs. Already the smoke in CT. They can get that spike planted. I don't think anything can really affect that. Gadavra's still going to have at least that. Maybe Paranoid's playing. Takas could find some value, but it's going to be incredibly difficult. The 3v5, backline's been handled, and Bayaz, it's time to save.
Such an incredibly difficult situation for Gentlemates to be in. They have that double duelist. They want to go and re-clear some map control, but Benji is there. He's holding and he's locking it down. And you see Benji there, you think, oh, that's the lurker. It's going to be A. Stay on A. And Team Heretics just realizes this and says, okay, let's just go B together. They're able to catch Whalers, no problem at market. And now they're on the hunt.
Yeah, Bayaz, he'd love to be able to keep hold of this rifle. It hasn't been a great start here for Gentlemates. You can see Heretics happy to chase on this. Now, how far do they go? Got a bit of money to play with, so I wouldn't be surprised if they double, triple, quadruple down. He's dead. They keep 3 up. 3 of the rifles move forward. And they've already got over 3K in the bank, so they are laughing all the way into the 4th round. I mean, there's something to be said about playing to your own limits, playing to your own potential, not dipping down to, I don't want to say lower end opponents, but you do see scrappy games sometimes come out of those instances.
Yes.
So far, Heretics have not taken their foot off the gas.
No, maybe there's something to do with last week, how that...
Yes.
You know, they lost a map, and we're making a big deal of that. It's just a map. They didn't even lose the series. It was overtime on split, and we're making a big deal of it. But fast opening here for Team Heretics. Flash.
Oh, Takas, good work there.
Back.
Sweeps them, denying Miniboo that springboard in towards elbow. So now with Heretics slowed down a little, what do they look to achieve here? That instantaneous start not working out.
Still against Sheriffs. 4 versus 5, anything can still happen. As we saw yesterday from Liquid, they feels like won most of the, all the rounds they won were 4 versus 5s almost.
Heretics were still close enough to get some decent audio cues off the back of this.
Take flight.
Maybe expecting this re-hit towards middle a little bit, but it's Rien's clearing through market. Spots nothing's there. Pain Shell already coming in, and Gentleman's going for the walk middle. 1-for-1 trade out, that's good. That's another rifle to be collected. They'll take this. It may be scrappy, but they'll absolutely take what they can get here. Man to the good as well. Yet to go and claim that rifle. And Heretics gonna have to try and lock this down with only 3. But look at what this man's up to. Benji, you talk about his impact in games. Could be one of these rounds. Holding a lot of space here, allowing the 2 other players to focus towards market.
The flash didn't connect.
And Benji, oh, lovely little swing, stepping a little bit further outside of the tank's comfort zone, and the ult comes in as well. They now know the full picture. Yes, they get the rifle on Whalers. The paranoia going to slow them down a bit. Boo, aware of the flank. And the cross is made. Benji drops the ball for a second, hard to hit, but still it's Woot overwhelmed, and Gentlemates off the back of Takas with a great start, get there first on the board.
A perfect display of that neon slide, how that buff has come into play here. Just getting across people's screens, getting that reset much easier, getting that sprint back a lot quicker as well. Like, all of these changes are making it so that you can really take that crosshair away from your team, basically. It almost worked there at the start, but it was a couple of other situations. Right here is one of them, for example, that a huge opening. And it also took Benji's crosshair way away, and then again at the end to close it out against Woot. 3-1, EMEA, Gentlemates gets their first round on the board.
That's big for them. Confidence booster. Sounds silly, it's only 1 round, but it is so important, especially for someone like Takas as well, who's had some hot and cold performances. Oh, Miniboo. Easy. Oh, they were chomping at the bit for that. Look at the util pour on. Not going to get the start this time again. Not going to get that first man down within the first foray into the round. So a little bit of a pause for thought here. Heretics now starting to feel out maybe what Gentlemates are up to.
That first smoke coming up for Team Heretics towards elbow. A little bit delayed in the round, but that re-clear from Gentlemates. Again, they're going into these early re-clears since they are on that double duelist. Realize A is clear and start shifting over. Maybe about to go and do a mid-duel. They have the KO set up with that flash. They can pop through in the next few seconds here.
Oh, he's just going in contact, though. That was dangerous. Minibu does get... Oh, re-ends! Clean shots there from him. I want to see it from that POV if we can. One of those players that impressed us initially. In those international events, his mechanical capabilities were always on point, but starting to, I think, read into the responses from Gentlemates. Putting a lot more pressure, a lot more intent to handling top middle. But there are still 2 players on pillar. The tank being one. Yeah, he's low, but gun still in hand. And with 30 seconds, things can go wrong. Re-ends a third. Claims the tank out of nowhere, and an attempt made by Whalers to maybe slip forward. That's got sight under control, and Cadaver's not really got options here.
Spike planted.
Not much he can do,
No.
but try to save this Phantom into another round. Try to see if he can live to fight another day. And Team Heretics just... The start of the round, whenever they try to open up a little bit quick, once they realize that Gentlemates is fighting them head on, they just pump the brakes. They say, okay, we go somewhere else then. We'll let you just sit there and simmer. And Gentlemates, second time they went aggressive, trying to re-clear an area because of their composition, and it leads them into basically peeking into someone from Team Heretics. This round, I think it was Rianz, just pops 2 of them as they run through the Omen smoke. The spike ticks down. This is a great time for Gentlemates to sit there and really think about, okay, what's the plan for the next round? Are we able to purchase here? I could drop this Phantom. Maybe it's time to take a timeout and just talk about how is Team Heretics opening up here? You know, how can we get our foot in this game right now? Because every time we've gone aggressive here, we've lost. What are our options? What are our plans? How do we pivot from here?
Yeah, and this could be an interesting one because, again, we did question the, you know, obviously existence no longer being in the roster. How does that then affect Gentlemates? Do they maybe a little less inclined to go for these timeouts here and there? Maybe they just feel as though they have a solution. They still have ults to play with. They've been able to round out the buy as well, so still able to come in with a competitive purchase. And once again, they look to punish on this A play. They're desperate to get Minibu up towards this. No fight back this time from Takas. The paranoia, I think, hindered any initial fight he would have wanted potentially on that corner. Smoke gonna go up here, and Heretics have taken at least a bit of space, but look at this flank. Look at the space being taken on the back lines here. Quick work being shown. Whalers all the way around. He's got to find value from this.
This is going to be huge, but he might lose this timing. Just so unfortunate if he does miss this timing because the entire team has rotated. They've bit on this.
Look at the vulnerability. Half of the map is now just completely sparse of players. If they go for a double pump, then it could still work out for Whalers, but it feels like you're losing that sort of time. Just
Benji clearing. No way.
I don't know. Benji felt like he considered it. Now,
right?
He had to check on the cam, had a little look.
Wait, the camera's going to spot.
Did he see him? I don't know if it saw him. I'm really not sure.
Wait, it did now. It's
yeah,
broken.
100%. But they're still going towards, say,
30 seconds
approach.
left.
3 players here still.
He needs another smoke up right now, otherwise things are going to get a little bit sketchy.
That's
that
nice,
hit's about to come.
Bayaz just popping the ult preemptively, just getting towards his clock, but there's still re-ends with a rifle in hand. Nice from Takas. Double, and now all eyes can turn to the 3 remainders from Heretics. Trades on the site for 10 seconds. Running low here, they need a plant and they need a hero. Woot or boo, who's it gonna be? 5 seconds now, they need a plant, they can't get it, Gentlemates. They're up to the challenge now. I wouldn't start shooting bodies this early in a tank. 2 rounds ain't that much to work with, but they've got a little bit of room here, Josh. They've carved themselves a little bit of cushion.
That early B main control from Whalers, getting that info that Team Heretics was nowhere to be found on the B side of the map, funneled towards A, and Team Heretics, they didn't know about that. So they think, oh yeah, like we're gonna put pressure on these guys because if we do nothing, they might think we're about to pop on them. B, for all they know, they have no idea. But actually, they walk straight into a trap. That perfectly timed KO ulti as well.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Such value off the back of that information. Camera moved.
Good little bit of teamwork there. Benji spotting the enemy camera, pinging it so that they could spam it through the box.
I think Heretics might be on red alert, considering how preemptive that was last round. Maybe feeling out now, understanding there was maybe a player pushing that back line. Now getting ready for anyone to creep forward. Heretics looking all in towards his B site for now. First flash, shock dart, everything thrown in. The tank trying to hope that a straight bullet hits. He's leant forward in that one, and it's not gone well. The tank will, I guess from the grave, at least hinder some progress here, but the res will be coming out, so it's 5 alive. 3 on the other side, and Heretics falling into what looked like quite a well-crafted set piece just to instantly tear that scoreline further away.
Round by round, Team Heretics is building their lead. And I do wonder if Gentlemates needs to kind of have a different approach. And one of the things I've noticed here is it seemed like a very similar setup to the last time I watched them play this map. But they've replaced the Sage with a Raze. But they're playing the same positions. The KO's still ready in a position to pivot, but they don't have that stall from the slow. They don't have the stall from the wall. They can't isolate those angles as well. And I don't know why they're playing it pretty much the exact same way when they have very different agents.
What would you like them to do instead here, as they are just be trying to hunt down these weapons at the end, really cost any of that build-up? Looking at the finances, however, for Heretics, they can't overly chase this one. Josh, what would you like to see them then doing with the tank potentially, with Raze here? Is there something maybe get more aggressive, kind of utilized again? How would you like that to maybe play out a bit more?
It's a very difficult situation for them to be in because they don't have really active information. They have that KO knife, but that's it on a 40-second cooldown. They don't have a drone, they don't have any darts. But besides that KO knife, they only have a camera. But maybe they could set up some sort of trap setup with that camera and then combo it with either a Paranoia or a KO flash and then do something with that Neon Peak. And the Raze might just have to do something gnarly with the elevation angles or using that nade to stop the push, the assault, and maybe play it less as a straight-up duelist. Like, he's trying to play it kind of like a Jet right now, but not even, just like a Pat. I don't even know.
Okay, see what they try and adjust. Hopefully, going ahead, this looks very similar to that previous round. Kadavra knowing better than to try and play into that, but the Paranoia is still there for him. Checking behind towards mid-market just in case someone is trying to make that late approach, but Heretics looking like they want to fight, and they're going to maybe get one here. Woot's going to find Kadavra, and that's going to be market held safe. A quick lean back, and they've caused some problems. Don't know if Miniboo can fully get away from this. He might be stuck on site as an tank. Going to send it. He does at least get Benji fishy, but I mean, it's a 4v2. Takas and Whaler's going to have to do some miracle work here. Hard to pressure. How do they dig these players out? I don't think they can, and I think they know that. They've lost that opportunity, and it feels like Heretics have found a formula that's working. Similar scenes to the round just gone.
It's so hard for Gentlemates to get ahead of what Team Heretics is doing because Heretics is either starting with like a heavy A opening, 4 players there, they do that dart, flash, cage combo maybe even, and then same thing over at B. They just do that heavy start. And if Gentlemates picks the wrong site to kind of deal with first, then the other site's exposed. But they don't have that Sage anymore to help them with that retake with the wall to block it off and get that diffuse. It's just way too hard for them right now. They need to take a pause. They need to think about what Team Heretics is doing and find out how to get ahead of it. Maybe they get an op invested here. They have double duelist. Maybe that is something that they have to do. That's where Benji can't be in 3 areas at once.
Yeah, the thing is you don't get easy chances against Heretics. I think a lot of people have realized that the hard way throughout, be it start of this year or going forward. But they're going to have to find a couple of ideas of what they want to do because playing it as they are right now, they're just on the receiving end. Similar look. Heretics, this time not actually doing the exact same thing, a lot, I guess, more contact-based. The tank gets a fair fight. Yeah, Miniboo gonna go down. The rest of the squad a little further back here.
Oh, no. Oh, wait.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
How is this still... What is going on? How is this a 1v2?
I thought for sure Boo was about to line 2 up, and then he gets taken out from the side. 1 versus 2 for Rians.
Okay.
Spotted out, but was that too early?
No, there's still enough time to lose track of him a little bit here. He's going to get his dart back, right? So he's going to have that to lean on. He's got his owl drone as well.
But he cannot defend the spike from this line. He needs to reposition himself. He's going to go around to Boba and reflank spawn. Once he's cleared that all out, he knows that they're double flanking though, B main. He's got that dart.
And the Paranoia's gone wide. Nose Takas is on the site. That's a 1v1. Oh, he does get stunned, so forced a little further away. No commitment on this. Here's it for the second time. Knows he's got a chance at it now. He's going to have to make his move here. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on! Re-ends with the Red Bull clutch, but a bit of a fumble from Gentlemates. It felt like the first time in a minute they had a real chance.
It all started from the Tonk getting that opening kill on the site right here onto Miniboo. Gets out with his life, and then all these trades happening on the site, coming through that smoke at market. 2 more for Natank. You would think it's in the bag. Gentlemate's about to pick up their 3rd round, close the gap, 3-6. Nope, 1 versus 2 for Rienz. And it looked like, jeez.
Oh my god, bro.
In sync, baby, in sync. 2-7. Okay, so we've seen an information play towards B main. They pushed out, cleared a little bit of util. Benji is going to be separated from the pack. It is a 4-1 play here. So Natank going to be tested again. He did really well before.
There you go.
He does it again. Nice work from him. 2 impactful kills. And now, Heretics going to be working with far from the ideal scenario. Benji put on red alert. There are players top middle, and there's 2 of them. Gentlemates. Signs of life here. Rienz and Boo, though. 2v5 is nearly unforgivable. High-low setups, all the goodies. Shouldn't get away with it. And they absolutely do not. Natank with a round. Very well done from him. We wanted to see a bit more. We got it.
And that's 7 kills in the last 2 rounds, basically. And what was it off the back of? Just peak, LOL. So, I mean, that's basically what they're doing, and I think we're probably going to see that a little bit more from Gentlemates. They're feeling a little bit more confident in their duels, and if they're able to stop Heretics before Heretics can get their plan off, that's probably their best bet. We're going to keep seeing that from these guys.
But I wouldn't be surprised seeing Heretics just run something else out.
They do have a good ult combo to make it happen.
Yeah, a little scary. The tank's got his at least, so that's something else to lean on. Much different look. Oh, the TP does.
Pulling the rotation.
Boo, Boo's coming.
He sticks it.
Oh my god, Boo, Boo, you're so nasty. Boo, you're so nasty. Oh, Bayaz is going to be gutted with that one. And now look at the A site. Takas is in a world of trouble, and now he's got nowhere to go. He can't really try and play this out. He did the best he could there. How is he alive? Oh, I thought he was maybe getting away with that. Woods finally caught him. But blooming hell, that was topsy-turvy. Plant gonna be there.
Spike planted.
In a 4v3, the tank's ult could be critical. Whalers hat there too, but Rienz's timing is a... Oh. Well, that should be the end of the round, really. Caught the glimpse of Cadavra too. He's gonna know where they are now. Oh, it's all been seen, Rienz. Just making light work of them. Just toying with them. Whalers on the run now. And there's the pivot from Heretics. There is nowhere to really hide. Rienz is just toying with his food. Whalers gonna catch him, but there is a man ready to go. That's gonna be Boo, who's got his job completed, done, tick in the box. I mean, this is the thing when we talk about Heretics, a top-end team. They've got several looks they can lean to, and they ran a new one there.
And when you have these set plays that work exactly how you want them to, I mean, despite Bayaz running up, trying to chase Boo in spawn, that really opens everything up. We're getting to see the Neon be able to sprint in there. We get to see that Soba ultimate. And it's Takas alone on the site to defend. Once Bayaz leaves him to go pick up Boo and spawn, everything's working out for Team Heretics. Gentlemates, they need to play more proactive than reactive.
And the pace adjustment here, at least from Mini Boo. Tank, Whalers, and Cadavra there.
Off the camera, they're going to use Paranoia and fight. This is the type of trap they need to do.
Like the idea. Let's see the execution. It's pretty good so far. Follow-up's great. It's what you wanted. And I think that's what Gentlemates wanted as well. They'll be happy with this one.
Spam.
Oh, God. Benji got the tank pinned. It's not out of the woods just yet. Still a 3v4. Mid control is there for Heretics. Refresh on the smoke. And it's the battle between Benji and Cadavra that's the
Oh, you can't be whiffed at that.
That's a gut punch. And that's basically the B-site actually available. They don't know this fully. There's still util. And Paranoia went to CT, so I think they're starting to figure it out. Yeah, we can get that cross now. Maybe look for the plant. Still a bit worried there could be someone back pillar, but no one is. Let's play back through market here. Benji going to be catching that line if they do try and make the cross. Boo could be careful, or should be careful. Could be caught off guard, and he is. Whalers, beautiful! Follow up on Woot, and now Benji in a 1v3. It would be an ace for the man if he catches them. First chance, not going to get it. Takas there. And a gap close from Gentlemates, a respectable scoreline to close out on. 4 rounds, hard fought for in the end. I mean, you still got to say Heretics overall, yeah, look fantastic. You're not going to take that away, but they managed to carve out 4 for themselves, neither of them being the pistol rounds or anything like that. They were in the gun rounds. Nice little trap player that you wanted, their little set piece. Couple of good looks.
If they were able to pull out that type of trap play more often off that Cypher cam using either Paranoia or the KO flash, some sort of trap better than probably Team Heretics that had wanted. I love how we just hold our breath there on that, 1 versus 3, because if anyone can do it, it's Benji. Benji could pull it off, so you're just like, wait a minute.
You got to give him that little bit of credit on it. Scary. Boo, boo. That's rough. Oh, boo, you are... How are you alive? I don't know how he gets away with this sort of stuff. Should have been dead on that first jump peak, but here we are.
Probably.
He's got a new lease of life. What does he do with it? You've got the ult orb, but still.
We just see this rotation from Rianz as well. I wonder if that's going to be a 4-man re-clear. As soon as he's able to get in a position, maybe they use the dart, re-clear this, and then once they realize, hey, wait, Gentlebates isn't here. Let's get our asses over to B.
And you're looking at Benji holding it incredibly passively. Super deep towards CT, just banking on the camera. That's it.
They're so confident in the retakes. They don't even care right now. No Sage Wall is going to block off one of the exits. Might be a full reset into B main after that post plant.
There we go. That's the first alarm bell ringing. Doesn't get noted. They might be aware.
They're going to push through.
30 seconds left.
I'm a little worried if they do, because they don't seem like they're considering this all that much. Now they're going to be rudely awoken. That's going to be Bayaz down. Plant is in. Don't worry about Whaler's HP there, but Boo's in a similar situation, so somewhat evening out. And now they're stuck on the site here, finally filtering back towards B main. Woot's going to find a tank out of nowhere. Takas now just on an island. 1 by 1, they're just stepping in and finding bodies. Whaler's stunned up, might have to just be on the receiving end. It's clear cut, it's clean, and that's why they were confident in the retake.
This is where Team Heretics shines. Their defense, their retakes, they're just so strong with how they move in together. They're all individually so skilled that they win their duels. And I don't hate the idea from Gentlemates about, hey, we got the site for free. We know that it's going to be a full retake from Team Heretics. We can expect them to go together in a certain location. Let's try to pop them when this is happening. What I don't like about it is the spacing. I don't like how they have Paranoia. They don't use it. And I don't like how after they go for that 1-for-1, they back out, but 2 people are on the site and 2 people go to main. They split up in the end there. Stick together. Figure out where you want to go, how you're going to do it, and all in on it.
Let's see that commitment a little further. Gentlemates on the Sheriffs. Dangerous with them. On the other side, the Bulldogs out for Mini Boo and Boo.
There.
Takas. Can at least remove the cam, but oh dear. Down to 13. Looking a little unlucky to start with. You can see them trying to fold onto this. They don't want to let them get away with anything. And that's going to be 2 found. Big from Heretics, taking the advantage in this round here, not letting them dictate the pace even with these Sheriffs. Yeah, holding these lines. Mini Boo catching the tank. And the last 2, well, 1 was noted.
Such good teamwork from Team Heretics.
And they do this against Sheriffs, they do it against Classics. It's nice to see them keep it clean in rounds like this. It's very easy to lose that consideration here.
Just Bayaz got spotted, has that Sheriff. A little bit of a damage here could be good for those for these guys, but Andalusia flawless. Team Heretics. I love how they're in a position, they realize, hey, these guys are out mid. Let's go and deal with it right now. 4 members of Team Heretics goes to converge mid. They use flashes, they use darts, they go out, they fight together, and then as soon as they got that cleared, cool, let's reset, let's do a high-low setup. They just double hold that B main walkout, and they know exactly where Gentlemates is going to be next. Hey, he's going to walk out B main. Let's hold it together here with me. And it's not just like one person just holding stuff. They're doing it together.
No, it's again, they are a joy to watch. I think that's something that most people will admit to, be it a fan or not of them. They are a good team to witness. Now, Gentlemates, this has to be a big round for them. If they want to get a close game out of this, they want to have that competitive scoreline, kind of need to win this one. Bonus here for Heretics, but already on 10 rounds, this could spiral out of control. Quick, hello.
My eyes are dumb.
Nice try from Takas there, trying to just clear Benji's util bit by bit. A little bit of pressure towards middle, but they're already instantly leaning on over towards that B side here for Heretics.
Is Benji caught? Nope.
Can't catch him.
No.
Slippery. Now, I mean, if Gentlemates walk to the other side of the map, which it looks like they might be doing, I mean, the gates are open, but then you also do have Heretics on a retake, so I don't know how you win against this team.
If Benji was a Pokemon, what would his powers be?
There.
Stop it. Stop it. Just Magikarp, let's be honest.
Can you catch him?
Stop it.
Cover going out.
None of our audience are old enough to
What do you mean?
30 seconds
Boot
left.
has been found, and that's big. That cuts off rotations, actually. It's quite late for that spike to be coming over, but it should be fine. They've already secured more, the dangerous parts of this map, so Plant should be in.
Still a bonus round for Team Heretics.
Yeah.
4 versus 5. They can deal a lot of damage here. Might even say could win the round.
Good. Lots of util still as well. Whoop with Flash. You've still got the dart with Rien's.
They should combo
Knife's
that.
good.
That
Gonna
knife
buy
is
some time.
Yep.
A little bit of stall on top. This is all good. This is all good stuff from Gentlemates.
Yep.
Want to see him keep... I want to see at least 4 alive here. Then here comes the flood. Rien's gonna find one. Bear's holding the back line. Does well. Boo's gone down. And they're just doing damage. They're just trying to do as much damage as possible. And they're drawing a whole lot of blood. Gentlemates make it through the storm with 2 still standing, a round posted, maybe losing 1 more than they'd want to.
For 4 versus 5 with Sheriffs, Spectres, not the greatest of weapons, that came down really close.
Yep.
2 alive. Benji Fishy as the one in a 1 versus 2 there. You never know what could happen in those types of situations. But I was expecting and waiting for that dart flash combo from the Sova and the KO on that initiation. And it came, but it was stalled out initially from that knife from Bayaz.
Yeah, nice timing on the util from Bayaz there. We do see the buy coming in, and Rien's gonna call it the big green. I don't think it will be in his hands, but Operator is there. And Taka still constantly wants to challenge. He's been doing this several rounds in a row to try and clear that util from Benji. This time, the punishment was in the form.
I just know.
Oh yeah, well, that was a nice response from Kadavra. Catch him, Voop, top middle. Okay, so trading it out, doesn't lose his life, gets to slip back into the fold. And now where do they take this? So they've got to start leaning towards one of these 2 sites.
KO Molly just to break the trips, but no peek, no jiggle, and Rien's is on that line. He's got to have an inkling that maybe if they haven't peeked this yet, maybe it's an A hit. Wonder if he gets that information off to Boo. He's got his teammate. He's got his little bro.
Yep. Mini Boo there. That's the first bit of contact. And the knife. Good again. Bayaz is doing really well with this. That's going to know both players. 40 seconds. Paranoid goes in. Flash there. Nothing else, but it's going to be a little bit harder to take towards the site now, considering they've utilized all of that just to clear towards elbow. Smoke's traded out.
Left.
Boo watching the cross. Timing rough, but he's bailed out by Mini Boo. Bit by bit, they're stepping closer, but they look hesitant here, Gentlemates. They got to really stick the landing on this one. And again, individual efforts are working. Kadavra with a round here. Boo does get a quick kill towards Bayaz, and they now know
1 enemy remaining.
they're being held back here. Surrounded. Whalers catches Mini Boo. Gentlemates just kind of outlasting them there.
That got a little scary, and I think it could have gone either way, all the way down to the last moment there.
Yeah.
I do wonder if that was a misplay from Gentlemates. Their spacing wasn't there. It looked like when they went in for that execute on the A site, they knew exactly where the players were and what they wanted. It looked like it was just spilling out slowly like lemmings. No real cohesion, and it gave Team Heretics a real chance to convert that round. The scoreline is a little bit deceptive. Team Heretics won both pistols. They have that lead there. And a lot of these rounds have come down to these really small margins with 1 or 2 players alive only for either side.
Mini Boo. Okay, has invested the ult on this. Oh dear, Kadavra's... he lives! The boy who lived. Managing to make it out of there, denying the big, I guess, danger element of this round, which was Mini Boo with the ult. Now, can they take the next couple of steps? Very similar scenes to what we saw in that first half here, but the Heretics side sticking around on the side. Still holding towards this. Benji very close by here. Does have the support re-enter, but look at Tax's positioning. Nice work. Gentlemates clean here. Boo, the last one. His position now will be known.
Spike planted.
Kadavra confirms. Oh, trying to maybe play in the tank to work towards that ult again. But yeah, that's the formality here. 5 almost players standing, 4 in the end. The tank did go down, but they did what they needed. They got past the first hurdle. Buy round coming in a little scarier to deal with.
I like that team play at the end there. Kadabra kind of just be hopping across, knife out, taking that crosshair away, knows that there's a Sheriff on the other side of it, and he's really just setting up the Tunk to be able to get that kill in the Tunk. Obviously, didn't get the kill there, but
he's got his ult anyway now.
He's got his ult now, and I do respect the fact that, you know, that's a little bit of selflessness is really good.
Okay, Gentlemates. That's, you know, it went from a small opportunity. If they get this one, it's game on in my books.
Speaking of opportunity,
hold
here
on,
we got
Pacey. Yeah, they're going straight in on it. Miniboo read it though, got to slip further away. The paranoia didn't land. A little bit off on that one, but there's still Bayaz here. Still the smoke, and look at the chip damage as well. Benji down to 21 HP. They've got, I don't want to say site control really. Feels a little bit fragile to say that.
But Benji has a hat as well. He's going to use that on the market body.
Yeah, you can see it. Exchange of information on both sides. Now reading, understanding the Gentlemates wanted to fight towards CT. Wu gives them that wish. Kadabra better be ready. And I don't think they are. Both sides a little stunned by this one. Benji's already going to break back in. Kadabra's gone down. It's Bayaz. It's Whalers. And that's a lot to ask of now one man in a 1v3. Not going to happen. Heretics pushing up to 11. Stopping the rot a little there as Gentlemates were knocking at that door.
I think I need a nerd to go in and do the math on the numbers about anytime Benji uses his ultimate as Cypher and he gets that hat information, I need to know how often do they win those rounds, because I swear it's at like at least 90%.
It does kind of feel like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. I'm sure someone out there, one of you with your spreadsheets.
Ah, my trip! Ah, my trip!
Can't hate that guy. He's too smiley. He's too nice. Ooh, operator for both sides. Boo with one, Whalers on the other. Ult's still there for the tank. Kadabra's got his, but it is the TP, and Rien's got one as well. So right back to what we saw in the last round, it looks like. Very, very double down on this Miniboo. Oh, and joined by Rien's support, even in the aggression. Not leaving him to fight alone. It's 13 HP, he backs away on, but it's damage done. Massive impact early. And swapping out the operator to the lower HP player. That's crazy. Ever heard of a law around that or something?
There might be a law. Theory, perhaps, at least. Man advantage, get to hold that passive position.
Yeah, they did their hard work in those first kind of opening seconds. The pendulum swings now to Gentlemates if they can maybe get something back.
Op still up for Whalers, and I think this is the first op that Gentlemates has had all game, if I'm not mistaken. And it's
can't recall one.
Interesting to see it come out on that attack side, and I'm pretty sure Whalers has had this the entire round. So using that to find an opening.
Oh, nice. Zhang's gone down. There's just no real access points here. There's nothing's looking all that enticing, and with 30 seconds, you're probably looking at saving this. But that's gonna be 12 you're up against. There's no easy way to navigate through that. But I think if we roll it back to the start, Josh, seeing that little bit of aggression, but I say a little bit. It wasn't just a singular effort. It wasn't just a small glance. It was quite a well-crafted, considered approach of playing towards B main, putting bodies behind it, and being rewarded for that.
Yeah, I think we've seen a few different teams using the same style of approach to taking that B main control, with that Neon specifically, getting that bounce stun off, using that one way at the entrance of B main, and maybe even comboing it with a Paranoia, just to lock down anybody running in quickly. And we also see a scan happening at the same time, a Sova Dart. So that's something that Gentlemates was lacking on their defense side, is they didn't have that dart to kind of help scan in the back lines, get the spam kills through the smoke. And we see Team Heretics just capitalizing on the agents that they have, crafting these strategies, these little tactics that they can really just get an opening, because now they're at 12-7.
Yeah, it looks like Gentlemates maybe wanted to go back to what they maybe wanted to do last round and didn't really get the chance to do because of that disruptive aggression. Heavy glances towards the B site, 4 players working their way forward. Of course, there is that one towards middle, that being Whalers, but passive and already on rotation is Miniboo. He's already heading over. That's 4 players they're up against here. Maybe not actively holding the site, but, you know, Market, Back Pillar, CT, Woot. Don't know if that paranoia caught it. Probably did. It looked pretty close by, but it's Rien still. And Miniboo unthreatened, unfazed, and unremoved. He's still holding here. And they've stalled them out. They've really taken the wind out of their sails. Gentlemate's still held towards main. They need Whalers to pry them open an option, give them a way forward. And no one's peeking. Discipline from Heretics. This is an incredibly hard round now.
Faking the cross with that wall. 5 characters alive for Team Heretics versus 3. Full control. They realize they don't even need to do anything. They just hold this B site. If it is a plant on A from Gentlemates, 5 versus 3. How are they going to lose that? Rienz has Hunter's Fury as well. He could do that as they're flooding in, or they could do it to stall the plant.
See what they choose to do here.
He's got that line pinged already. He knows exactly where he's going to do that. Dart as well if he wants
10
it.
seconds left.
Time to go. Oh, well, that's not good for Cadaver. He's going to have to...
No way.
Oh, come on, Rienz. And now it's down to just 2. Whalers go big or go out of map 1, I guess. Bayaz with him. Oh, crikey, this is... Whoa, the timing's everything. Oh my God, he made a damn good go. But Miniboo just that bit better. And it was close, but it wasn't close enough here. Gentlemates will be held on 7. Heretics pushing up to 13. And honestly, a good attempt from Gentlemates, but it takes a great deal to threaten Heretics in a map like this.
Team Heretics picking up on how Team Heretics was able to play Sunset, how every time they needed to go re-clear middle against lurkers, they did it so well together. All the retakes were just on point. So Gentlemates really needs to do something, and I think it starts with a pistol round win.
Gentlemates on the attacking side. Heretics on the defense. Again.
Oh, just the first 2 bullets as well. What can you do?
Straight up assassination. Cadaver didn't have a chance. He didn't even get spotted.
Good thing they still have an Omen.
That is very true. Taka smoked back up in about 5 seconds now, probably. But yeah, the early man advantage here, that's wondrous for Heretics. I'll be happy with that. And Gentlemates now have their work cut out, no matter where they go. Up against the odds. Going for a walk middle. Bold at this point. Okay, smoke and try and lean on in, I guess. Boo. The only man really here. You can already see the early rotations. Heretics aren't a million miles away, but he was the only one really holding this down. So straight through mid. Miniboo's going to be watching that. Okay. Yeah, the boy's quick, all right? Quick feet now. Oh, it gets denied, and now this is where it gets an issue. No plant to depend on. Man disadvantage. And the back line getting threatened too. This is keeping the attention drawn away from where they need it to be. They've already got themselves back on the side here, Heretics. They are letting no steps be taken away. Gentlemate's going to start struggling now. And Dizzy on the other side. Going to be picked up, and Heretics can just wait on this. Miniboo, Boo, they're all there. Yeah, no real threat, it felt like in the end. Handled that very well.
I mean, once Boo got that 2-tap, or sorry, it was Benji, that 2-tap just opening, sorry, it was Boo. The 2-tap opening at the start of the round, it's just like, what do you do? Your entire game plan is ruined. Like, you have to pivot from there. Okay, we're getting spotted at lower A. Okay, let's smoke mid and go back through mid. I don't even know how Wingman got denied on that plant.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, because it wasn't from the back, so God only knows. But seeing the Outlaw come out, Sheriff's Ghost, bits and bobs, but it's Rienz with the rifle. On the other side, Frenzy for Cadaver. And I think just one Sheriff for Whalers. And, yeah, well, no, it was a Ghost in the end. Oh, dear.
Down,
looking like he wants to have some fun. Don't often get to see him now into those duelist roles. It's just an unfun round for Gentlemates, really. No problems posed for the opposition.
Very curious opening from Gentlemates. They used 2 smokes, one towards B, one towards pipes, trying to sneak and take control over both zones, try to deny that info from Team Heretics, but they don't care. They get a kill on both sides. One through the pipe smoke and one around that B main smoke.
Rienz just starting to feel the pressure coming. So as to start, that's nice. We'll force him forward. Yeah, it's lovely. You got information on information. There's just no potential here for Gentlemates, even in a round like this. No, they weren't, obviously expected to do too much, but they're just getting no play at all. Cadaver Oh man, they've got knives out. They've got knives out. Like, okay, I need to see it in this buy round here.
So one of the things that we need to see from Gentlemates is why are they using that double controller? And they need to use it to put the pressure on Team Heretics, specifically around how that Killjoy is going to be setting up. So Benji, if he wants to put his turret at middle, Alarm Bot to control all those flanks, those opportunities to do fakes, then you need to put that pressure on him early. Omen has the potential to go on top of the tube, break that turret down. We need to see more of that middle pressure, and I think we're about to see it here.
I want to see how this looks for them. Again, the buy now, still going to be sitting pretty much where it was, just to see that one Vandal for Miniboo in addition. And Voot's been spotted early. Oh, but he just, he's just rewarded time and time again. Rien's in support, Heretics kind of meeting this force with their own. They were very aware of what Gentlemates wanted.
I don't even think there was a KO flash to combo with that dart. The dart getting in the back, 2 picks through the Viper Orb effectively. Another 5 versus 3 on the bonus round for Team Heretics.
And the bodies are in the right place. They've got a lot of faith in Boo. You know, he can hold down B pretty comfortably. There's a bit of a chance.
Light shields.
The light shields, you're right. So susceptible to the Outlaw. Boo doesn't need to outsay his welcome. He can depend on the others to step in a little bit. That's a bit too far, Whalers.
Spike down A.
And Takas. Again, if it gets maybe 1 or 2 more, I mean, the problem is it's still a bonus for Heretics. It's so much for Takas to do. He's got a Paranoia smoke back up in 2. But he needs that plant as well. Spike's just out of reach, not impossible.
30 seconds left.
Maybe a plant. Could help out here. First shot, dart sent in. Careful. Heard the spam from Voot. Knows where Rienz is. Okay, time for a plant. Another shot. He's trying to get a pick. He's trying to get one of these 3 players, and they're just so disciplined here. They're not letting him get what he wants at all. Dart goes in. Yeah, they're not allowing any of that. They are so disciplined.
And it's really smart from Team Heretics to wait, because if that plant actually comes in, that means he's committed to it. That means that they can move together, go for that 3 versus 1. But until that plant comes, if they peek and give him an isolated duel, that's a chance into the round for him. With this Outlaw coming out on that round 2, and again on round 3, no heavy shields for the Gentlemates players. That means it's 1 shot in the body, and that's it. They're done for.
And the Outlaw still remains. And it might be even more beneficial here as well. Look at it. Dizzy not going to be effective just around the corner. So many potential victims. He's just farming them. He wants more. He's probably going to get more. It's Woot, remember. But it's Woot. He'll probably land it. You can see him just like taking his time.
1 enemy remaining.
Picking out a target, making himself look like the one to be taken down. Oh, he wants to chase. Takas. Woo. There goes the knife. There comes the ghost. Triple threat in the end as old Woot gets to have his fun here on Jet, and it's hard to witness sometimes here. I need Gentlemates to give us a reason they came onto this map now. This is the 2nd chance at a buy.
Gentlemates' map pick. We haven't really got to see them on this map that much, really. Team Heretics, we've seen them at international events on this. And it's just so hard breaking through this. Woot over on B with that op or Outlaw. This round he's going to be on A, just switching it up. Hey, I just shut you down at B. I'm going to go take it at A. You're probably scared of me there. And we're going to see this opening from Gentlemates on this mid. Do they have someone in position to break the Sova dart, though, if it comes in the back again?
Mid walk. Benji up towards kitchen. He's going to be the one holding back potentially 2, 3 players. This is a lot on his plate here, but he's ahead of Dizzy finally got him, but Miniboo is there to trade out. Armbot in. Miniboo going to back away. They've got kind of a step towards middle here. This is a good start to an extent for Gentlemates.
Team Heretics has given up B. They're trying to lock down that middle and A. Gentlemates still could pivot either side. They have a minute left. But Miniboo.
Cadaver just seemed completely unaware of the possibility of that. No one checking through the window for it. A little bit out of sorts here as Whalers. What are you meant to do? Barrel's been spotted. Boo knows it. Boo's seen him. Oh, not pretty, but the 2nd time of asking, yeah. And it feels like it's falling apart here. Where's Gentlemates' end goal? Yeah, you've got tube control. Sadly, you can't plant there. 30 seconds. Gotta see him do something with this. And we know that Heretics have the discipline to sit deep now. They're not going to allow anything to happen.
They've got this op line still. There's nothing that can get past it, really. And here it comes. They're going to have to plant top sight on that bridge.
Oh, the fear of God put in him there. Bayaz, last time of it. He is going to get the plant in. Oh, and completely just torn asunder. Yeah, that one's not it. Heretics, 3 standing. Beautifully done by them. I mean, I've got to say, it's a pleasure to watch them play here, but I want to see Gentlemates prove why they've picked Icebox. You know, you don't walk into this and go, well, let's hope for the best. You know, I've got to see something.
I feel like their sequencing's a little bit off, and they're hanging around in areas that they should just get out of once they have the initial control. So that being, they're putting all this pressure on mid early. They put 5 players there, they break the turret, they go for their opening kill, but then they're just hanging around there. And what does Team Heretics do really well? They regroup into the middle, they re-clear the map, and then they kind of like understand what they need to hold and what they are comfortable giving up. And Gentlemates, they just need to be able to get in and out more effectively. Maybe start somewhere else, then come to middle, or let one person just walk around middle while there's pressure helping someone else. Woot has been so just aggressive on these guys.
Interesting though, getting hit by the knife potentially, I'm wondering on purpose because that operator has been dropped out to Miniboo, so a little bit of a switch up on this. Love that little bit of a diversion almost. And what does Gentlemates do? Well, right back to middle. They love a bit of it. Benji getting very curious now. 1-for-1 trade out, floodgates open, but I don't think they know about the 2-man play holding towards B long this time.
Maybe they expect 1, but 2, that's weird. KO, ultimate as well.
How do they hold this? Really unorthodox positioning.
They have to thrash through and just stabilize somehow.
Uh-oh. Boo. It gets to live through it, just. But actually, they've got a bit of time now. This isn't bad for Gentlemates. And Woot's been caught on the back lines. This is good. Now, the last 2 players were the ones we were talking about earlier towards long that were a little bit hard to pin down, probably not as expected. Great damage again. Chipping away, they know where Boo is. Miniboo finally shows his hand. That's the operator. This could be the first hit for Gentlemates.
1 enemy remaining.
Zakas just stepping back in. This is very nice, Boo. Gonna give it up, yeah, done for.
Oopsie.
I mean, first time we've seen that mid-pressure really work then.
The whole game plan behind what Gentlemates is doing is they realize that every team in the world knows how to defend A against A hits from the front, B against B hits from the front, and all the retakes are the same thing. Oh, the spike's planted at B? Okay, you're going to be back yellow, you're going to be at the lane, I'm going to do this set molly, this set flash. Nice! But what happens when there's 5 players from Gentlemates that's in mid, they're up tube, they're using that window, they're on the tube, under it, everywhere. It makes it very uncomfortable for Team Heretics because they're not used to teams being in those positions.
Yeah, a little bizarre, a little weird, a little wonderful, but there's TP.
You are powerless.
Just feigning it, drawing them away, trying to set them up, but Woot, oh god. First death in the last round here, he was flawless prior to that. What is this fake going through?
Didn't even break this alarm bot yet. But maybe that's good? Bayaz is able to cross yellow?
Maybe? I'm not quite sure yet. Oh, I need to see the outcome to see if it's beneficial, but...
Knife in 10.
They've got so many ults
Thrash.
as well, yeah.
That lockdown's going to be used in the post for sure. He just needs to time it before Miniboo gets his ultimate off.
You can see they're very aware of middle still. You just saw the Aldro invested towards tube. Never going to break the alarm bot. They already have that player towards yellow. Not going to get really much reward from it now, but they at least have the sight, right? This is good. Okay, that's a little bit far. Careful. Okay, it's worked. Takas backing himself in the fight. Takes out Rienz. Trade is there, though, so Bayaz has fallen. Gonna have kind of ults just about everywhere. They've just run about everything they had into this.
Not a lot of cover with this Viper ulti. Random spams could just disrupt this entirely.
And the lockdown's faded, so Natank gonna be pressured soon, he knows it. You can see the rest of Heretics getting closer through middle. The tank flashes there, didn't quite get him, but it's fine. Miniboo does anyway. Woot then clears the next, and that's the pit now dropping. Say hello, Peekaboo, and now it's all on Whalers. A tough situation, a 1v4, and the retakes, how do they always look this clean, this concise? A valiant attempt, but not enough. Fuse coming in. That's gonna get the job done. Heretics still holding on here at a very clean scoreline.
I love what Team Heretics did there to get into that Viper's pit. They're in the positions. They say, oh, you guys ready? Ready. KO Molly comes. It forces the player forward. Flash comes in. It doesn't affect them, but still, KO comes in from the front. Everyone's distracted. Now everyone else comes in. Wu comes in from one side. Boo comes in from another side. It's just everyone's converging, and they get the kills on everyone that's in there. First it's Natank, then it's Cadaver. The ulti goes down.
It's very well done. Can't say it enough. When you watch them on these retakes, it's part of their strengths. So he said very early about this team, it seemed to look good for them, but Gentlemates, gonna have to keep going now. Has to, really pick up the pace here a bit for themselves. Takas. Can't be walking in like that. We're more than happy. And they've been putting so much, I guess, faith, be it on Boo, potentially on towards B when he was starting out. Now the adjustment towards Benji. They've brought Boo over towards that A side, but a 4-1 split here. Once again, Gentlemates eyeing up middle, but this buy is going to be lacking some of that firepower that they had last time.
I think they're running out of ideas right now, and they're trying to just do anything and just hope something works. They've got that Viper lurked all the way up B lane. They know that it's going to be just Benji here defending against this. All they need is this one kill.
His alarm bot is still there for now, but I think Cadaver's getting a bit closer. Okay, yeah, he's got to get away from the site. There's no safe angles anymore. Plays for the retake instead. He's got the lockdown too. And Minibu just got Whalers. I don't know how that happened. And the tank, lovely, good positioning. He'll take that. They'll upgrade too. That's big. And Bayaz waiting for Boo. That should...
What?
Bayaz, a mini-map moment, maybe. Not too sure. But eyes off the prize is a problem. The tank, Bayaz, and Cadaver got to hold this one on. And it's going to be the tank desperately trying to. Minibu down on the knees, and the tank still going. Still doing the best he can. Next in line, Bayaz. Beautiful. Gentlemates finally showing a bit of life here in these post plants. Keeping Heretics away from what they wanted. And that's perfect. That's what the doctor ordered too now for them. Maybe a chance to get back in here.
And both of those rounds for Gentlemates has been won through just basically overloading middle, planting for middle, and just using all these different angles. Team Heretics not used to clearing out so many different positions, and they're getting split up. Normally, they're really good at their retakes because they get to stick together, but now they're being forced apart. So it's changing their setup. Right now, we get to see, we got the mollies from the Killjoy setup towards A right now, and we're gonna see a little bit of mid-contest from Team Heretics. They know that they can't let Gentlemates have this for free again.
Should know. Hey. So the timing's like on this. We've got a mid-walk coming out from Heretics. First time we've really seen them going for a bit of a full adjustment. The widest swing in the world. Benji just kept on running. Cadaver tried to take the fight, but that's going to be spotting 2 players. But can they then bounce in towards this? 4 hit on the knife. This is going to be tricky now to find comfort, trying to make it through towards this, and above the wall, Rien spots Takas. Dizzy dealt with in a step forward, the trade's there. Heretics still hold on to the line as the spike gets dropped just ahead of that wall. Whalers and Bayaz, no easy steps in now. 3 seconds on the knife. Flash. Got the spike at least, but they don't have safety behind them. Who's on the way? Yeah. Just tuck into this a bit of a deeper angle. Make the map feel half its size. Yeah, he now knows it. Boo can call that forward. And again,
just wide.
They're trying to just like pop and swing everything. But Gentlemates have given themselves a little bit of a step forward here. Maybe they can get a decent fight on B, but they have nothing to push him off this angle. No flash. They've got a knife, but that doesn't really matter. But the shot missed. An opportunity gained. And a plant prayed for. Whalers still paranoid, the Suns on the side. Benji's still alive, so the tag through the wall. You gotta be careful now, 10 seconds, they're running out of time! 2 for 1! He misses that first go, but you don't give him a second try like that, come on. Oh, he's missed being on the duelist clearly, yeah. He looks good with it.
It's like, I missed those first 2 shots on purpose because I wanted that lineup one. I knew that was coming.
Oh dear.
So wide from Benji. And a good adjustment from Team Heretics as well, realizing that the only rounds that were won by Gentlemates was through middle. And what does Heretics do? Okay, let's go take middle again. We won the fight when we went head-on against this, when we did the 2 block down, when we did...
Get your hopes back up. Okay, we've got some new plans. We've worked after that Liquid loss, and then you're seeing 2 rounds again. And you start thinking, oh God, are we back in that same situation? You're already seeing Wu having a good series. You're starting to see it all get a bit worrying. And, well, you said it doesn't have to just be this middle piece, but they really like it. Really like it.
And it's forcing Team Heretics up.
Oh, but a fake. I kind of like the idea, but they better clear this diligently. Dizzy. Ooh, I was wondering if we stuck around for maybe a second long. Oh, okay, Riens, that's a little much. Praying that no one was going to fill that space, but they certainly were. So that's the first pick. So kind of, feigning that mid-pressure again, falling back, and then kind of leaning into a more, I guess, typical approach, punishing them for wanting to take back that space elsewhere. Attackers has definitely heard those steps.
Team Heretics, they don't care about B right now. They just know, hey, we're going to lock down A, we're going to lock down mid. We're going to deal with this lurk. Will he clear this, though? Benji.
Oh, my God.
Awareness.
Oh, my God.
4 versus 4.
Yeah, right back all even. And with that little bit of a mid-presence, yeah, you can preemptively note it. Boo, already expecting this B approach, picking out where that plant's going to be. Ooh, nice timing on that knife. Going to keep him at least from being able to spam out the traditional plant spot, but they just keep forcing towards CT. They're running straight towards the Danger Man himself. It's Woot, who couldn't land the knife that time. So now down to a 2v2. Not still in play this time here. Boo's still prowling around. He could average trying to navigate his own way. Time starting to tick though. Oh, and Boo's found Kadavra. Now an tank left in the 1v2. How's he meant to get around it? You can't. Heretics. Yeah, it's a little up, up in the air at times. A little bit weird and wonderful from Gentlemates, but they seem so equipped to deal with it.
Team Heretics, they're just showcasing exactly why they are one of the top dogs, or if not the top dog in the region.
Yeah.
And it's because not only are they good when they're able to set the pace and the tone of the game, but they also are so good at adjusting and coming back when they're down a man, when the chips are stacked against them, when they're pushed to those limits and they're put in these uncomfortable positions. They're able to just come through. Benji re-aggressing down 2, equalizing, catching that lurker.
It does, kind of bring in the question then of why Gentlemates brought us here. You got to hope they were working on something and more than just that mid-pressure.
I mean, they probably go into practice games. They do this, and other teams aren't Team Heretics. It works against them, and they're like, oh, okay, cool, problem solved. We just do this. But now they just think like, well, it worked against all these other teams. What do we do now?
I do think you're right. There is something to be said that
The op as well.
the map just, it feels so inaccessible.
Yep.
You know what I mean? No matter where they go, Heretics are very, very well prepared to make it a horrific uphill slog. And look at Woot's line. Very deep.
Okay, flashed off the
Forced
angle.
off. But the confidence is there. He's going for the repeat. Of course he is. He's not really been missing much. The swings and roundabouts here starting to come into effect. We saw kind of all the attention drawn maybe off the back of the knife connecting early over towards B. But the man still waiting. It's a little interesting. Oh, knife. Hello.
The space instantly taken.
This is good from Takas.
Yep.
I mean, the problem is, though, in my mind, I'm a bit worried that Boo looks back and goes, oh, they're coming my way, that's fine.
Oh, no, you know.
Oh. That's going to sting. That's going to sting. The tank's got his ult. That's about the only benefit I can see to this. How do they disrupt that back line? Bay has good positioning. Punishing Benji Fishy. First tap on the spike. No go just yet. There it is. Oh, good pick from Kadavra, but Woot's ahead of this is over towards yellow. So the ult's going to be invested. I thought that was going to follow up. It doesn't. Punish. Now there's a bit of a hope to this one. Boo. Oh, my God. Boo. Bayaz. I dance call it. Oh,
Imagine.
my God. My heart was sinking. But Gentlemates have got themselves a third. It wasn't the prettiest way to get there, but, you know, sometimes rounds are round. You'll take them when you get them when you're in this point. And they've been throwing some very unorthodox looks in here. Again, the back and forth, trying to find maybe a favorable site approach, and they finally got it, but didn't feel good.
Early in the game, Gentlemates did a play where they used the KO ulti as part of a fake on B, so they could sneak the spike on A. I think right now they're just realizing they just have to all-in commit behind this and go for something together. Maybe have one player kind of work that flank, but already Team Heretics closing the gap. They have all of the space at B, and they're going to keep Gentlemates contained in here. Rians has Hunter's Fury as well.
It's like, how far do they go? That's the question.
As far as they can.
Oh, okay, Gentlemates were waiting for it. Maybe a little aware, maybe reading into it a touch more. And a 5v3, huge advantage. Patience paying off this time.
I feel like we saw a very similar situation last game.
Revealing area.
But the score ended up being an 8-4 half in favor of Team Heretics. Gentlemates trying to make a repeat.
Maybe noting Kadavra here could be pretty indicative of it being that B finish. So then you look at Benji, you look at Miniboo, who's on the way.
Still, that Hunter's Fury is ready and lined up.
This is going to be tough. It has to be on Riens to do a lot of damage. Benji about to soak some of that, but actually it's going to be Riens taking down Bayaz. Now Benji gets to step a little closer. Whoa, big shot from the tank then. Plant back on board, Takas slipping the net. And Riens now needs to go huge. A 1v pretty much 5 at this point. And the slow creeping death on the way. Bayaz going back down. Riens thinks about Kadabra. Oh my god. Oh my god. 25 HP, surely not. 23 bullets, 3 to find. They're just about everywhere. And he makes a go of it, but Natang doing very well. Gets Gentlemates 4. It's a small amount to play with, but it could open up a chance if they get pistol, if they, you know, convoke burners, and everything. Everything needs to go right for them, to say the least.
There's a lot that needs to go right. They're able to get in their faces a little bit, maybe do some timing pushes, or even just in general, using that moment to sneak up into areas and really disrupt that, I guess, Team Heretics' game plan.
And to be fair, yeah, I think you're right. Takas was doing a little bit of that, wasn't he, even on the first half. Just want to see if maybe that could happen here, but it's we're already having a little look, and this guy, he just exudes confidence the way he plays this game. No fear. He's basically got the entirety of Gentlemates wanting to deal with him. There's 5 players looking at him here. 2 walking towards, you know, the bottom end of Tube. Dizzy does get him. They might go on this one. Yeah, Bayaz got him dead. Okay, Woot down. Raid boss removed. The rest of them are still a little bit of a problem as well.
They have an Omen Smoke. They can one-way the top of this lane box. They have Paranoia, Knife, double KO flashes, and a Molly. Wingman to defuse all at the same time.
Whole lot of kit.
It's winnable, doable for Gentlemates.
Extremely winnable. This is what they needed. Flash was very deep though, but Kadavra's still going to find his man. Benji goes down. Miniboo on the response. I'm just waiting until the very end of this because Boo is still alive. And that angle, not going to be enough for a Gentlemates. 4 standing, pistol claimed. Maybe there's life here. Maybe there's still a chance.
That is a very good start to this half if they want to equalize. And they could get a runoff right now. They could take it all the way to 8 rounds. Team Heretics basically started with a 5-round lead in that first half off of a very similar start. One pistol, converted round 2, anti-eco, converted the bonus, and then they were able to fly all the way to 5-0 lead. Gentlemates kind of repeats that.
Hey.
Inverses it.
Anyone's game here. Seeing 2 marshals, sheriff.
Tag and bag.
It's like the Wild West out here. Bulldogs, Guardians on the other side, a very invested Gentlemates. So this could be some pretty hefty losses if they do go down. So you want to see them keep 5 up. First tag. That's the scary factor because you still have those sheriffs then to come into that next layup. It doesn't take much to do the damage needed. 2 of them together. Oh, is that another tag? It is. Oh god. Wooch found Bayaz. And it was the tank who took the early damage. So they know they've got at least one more wounded. To what extent, maybe not sure, but still, 24 HP.
At least this deep space towards B confirms the info towards A. But still, Team Heretics looking very scary with these weapons.
It makes you feel a little unnerved. You've already lost one and the tank's sitting lower.
They're going to scale left side maze. This orb's going to land on the rafters. Allow them to scale in.
But Takas, feast or famine, it feels like. Whalers, good for it. This is dangerous, though. Takas needs to relent. And you got to see caution being shown a little bit from the tank here. You don't want to see him falling down. Takas is good for it, though. Takes out Boot. Oh, mini Boo. Didn't get the shot he wanted there. Cadaver on the back lines. And play on site itself. Man in. Cadaver closing the net now. Heretics. Site feeling pretty small here. Gonna spot Rienz.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
actually get what he wanted. Oh dear, that's a little bit messy. But it's fine. Gentlemates, player by player. Tagged up, yes, but alive nonetheless. They keep 3 standing. Diffuse comes in. A little bit of threat to it, but it's navigated.
It damaged the shields of the last 3 players as well. This next round coming up is going to be a really, I guess, pivotal moment here because Gentlemates, they have to repurchase at least shields, at least their abilities, and they have to decide what are they going to do with Bayaz and Cadaver. Are they going to invest in weapons here, rifles, or are they just going to keep something like Ghosts, Sheriffs, stuff like that? Because Team Heretics, if they're able to win off of the back of Gentlemates doing a full investment, they could just run away and close out this game. Big swing round.
Yeah. Looking at the repurchase, let's see what they kind of bring in. We've got some more Guardians coming out, but I'm seeing rifles too. Got that Vandal still attack us, but Phantom in the hands of Bayaz. Full purchase, of course, for Heretics.
Guardians at least. Save a few $100s.
Yep. This is the first big challenge. This is where you can feel if you really got a game on your hands here. 4-man stack as well.
Down to 70 for Woot.
Oh my gosh, this is pretty bold. The tank, you are feeling brave. Just go out, Mosh in hand. And Takas couldn't get away in time. Bayaz, it's labored, but it's worked. Woot's fallen, and messy scenes here. And the bonus could work wonders for them. Got Heretics down to 3 very early on.
Whalers getting down that tube.
Whoa.
Has his utility up this line. Okay, busts up the turret, gets out with his life.
He's doubling down.
I think he just wants to listen for the rotations, but he's got his setup to deal with basically everything, except for that mid to A split. Doesn't matter. Team Heretics, they just want to end it at B.
With that knife confirming no one's there, they've got a pretty good idea now. You can see them already slowly starting to move over.
Those molly positions are very odd and awkward. Team Heretics, Boo, so low if he runs into it by accident. Learn from first half, he died to a Viper molly.
Yeah,
This alarm bot on the flank.
it's actually pretty important to keep that in play. I think they may have noted it.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. So that's going to be
Heretics.
the alarm bell's going. They know there's at least 1 person on the flank. They don't know it's 2.
They're extending. They know that with this flank up to push towards spawn.
You can see them thinking about it, but it's tricky. It's difficult to get there in time, and Boo can't do it anymore. They've run low on time here. The drop of the wall. Benji going to find Bayaz. But Whalers close by now. They can all start focusing towards the flank once they realize there's 2 players on it. Cadavra, Whalers steps forward now, making it to yellow, but unable to even spot a player. There, you can see the Heretics are going to make them work for this. No easy fight, no easy pick. And I think they're backing away, it looks like. Yeah, time to go. Gentlemates deciding to keep hold of the 2 weapons, the Bulldog, the Guardian here, not give away any more.
Only Bayaz doesn't really have the economy to do a full purchase, so he's going to get probably Whalers' Bulldog here. And they're going to try to go another day, but if Team Heretics picks up the next round, I'm very fearful for how the rest of the game is going to pan out for Gentlemates. Great reaction there in the 3 versus 3. Regroup towards B, has that alarm bot down on the flank, and once that triggers, they realize, okay, time to start pushing in.
Spike down.
This early fight really could have gone either way.
No big ults hitting yet either. We've got 1 off for Bayaz. Actually could be pretty imperative, but on the other side, Boo 2 away from his. We do have the TP for Takas, but waiting to do the timing. a little bit of chip.
A lot
Big
of
bit of
damage.
damage. That was lovely. Unconfirmed.
Woot down to 20 this round. Was down to 70 at the beginning of last round.
Yeah, struggling to get off the starting blocks here in at least a safe way.
A double lurk out, and Benji, bottom of tube, starting to creep up. He's going to have to deal with this turret, though.
We've got something in mind for it, but yeah, could have a spot. The flash! So well done, Bayaz, you absolute beauty. Lovely flash in there. That's put now Heretics down to just 3. But off the back of where maybe Benji's gone to, they fancy trying to pivot. No. That's when your heart sinks, doesn't it? Keeps it safe though. Benji spotted.
Okay.
Snaps to Whalers. And there could be a plant hit. I mean, Rians, this is tough because you've already got to say the tank did well to find that first one, kept it safe, but you don't want to die for free. You don't want to go down on your own. And Rian's clearing
30 seconds
deep
left.
here. No one spotted. He knows that the tank was around, but it's fine. He's going to get this planted. Should be able to get away if he fancies. Timing not right on that. Timing not right at all, Rien's. Trying to get a little technical with it, but now it's on Benji. This is brutal. Paranoia's gone in. They could close that gap, but they don't actually get there in time. So, what? They seem so lost. They seem so lost. Wingman's on it.
Does he know about it, though?
Wingman's on it. Wingman's off it now. And now he's got a 1v1 and he's buying time. This man just never seems to feel pressure. Always so ice cold with it, Benji. And toying with him, playing with the tank. And now he's got to try and close the gap. The defuse was in there, though.
So close.
Oof. Nice try from Benji. But, gentlemates, when it matters, get it done.
That was expensive. A round's a round. They should be happy with that. 9-7.
Oh, this flash, though.
This is the adaptation that they needed to do on Sunset as well. And we saw them pull it out off the Cypher camera. They got the Paranoia. They swing it to B main, get the double entry, 5 versus 3, play that out. This is the type of situation that they need to put themselves in more often to really take the fight to Team Heretics and say, hey, we're not going to let you just walk into the site, waltz around, and do whatever you want.
And now we're going to see those ults starting to hit for Gentlemates. A real chance to springboard into this game. Takas. That's tough. Yeah. I mean, he's done some damage again. Wu doesn't get to start around, not taken down to like 20 HP, but it is 5 men standing for Heretics, so not the start you were after for Gentlemates. They do still have the ult with the tank, still have Bayaz with his too. Regrouping towards middle, it looks like, for them. Benji on guard duty. Had a chance to 1v3 last round, well, he's got 4 targets this time. How much? Oh, that's at least 2 players. Minimum 2 noted. Probably a lot more. Plants there. No resistance felt on the A side, so they know that it's all coming through here. There's the ult from Bayaz. And Heretics holding the site itself. They want to challenge, and well, they've lost the first. Lovely work from Bayaz.
But wait,
beautiful.
Rians has to use his Hunter's Fury because Killjoy, Benji, he's across the map. He is so far away.
Oh, this is now a race. A matter of getting back there in time now. They have no idea how far they are. They're going to cause them to scatter, to run, to get away from this. He just has to buy the time here. Do they even consider it? Do they think about it? It looks like Bayaz might be
Shocks
for a
and
second.
mollies.
Any more time here, he's got to speed up. The timing's cost him it. Cadaver went and dealt with Rians.
Wait, the
and now
time.
Benji has to try and get in here. Can he deny this? Can he? Oh,
Wait.
it takes him off. Time!
No.
Oh, so damn close. This is the game we wanted. 9-8, Gentlemates firing up. This is maybe why Icebox came out. This is what they've been up to. Keeping Heretics on their toes. Haven't seen Heretics pressured like this in some time, especially not by a team like Gentlemates. You wouldn't have expected it. Maybe Giant actually gave him a little bit of something, oh, you know, the honeymoon period, whatever. This is fantastic. Heretics forced into a timeout.
I think Team Heretics kind of forced that situation not in a good manner.
And close those out. You can't do this. It's still, he's left in a 1v3, right? It's still situations you'd expect a top-end team to maybe not be forced into, but it's credit to Gentlemates here. Starting to really put on a bit of a clinic this time. But can they keep it up? We talk about teams that have, you know, real capability, top-end teams. You talk about depth, their ability to adjust, take timeouts, bring out new looks. Get a little bit of a tester, a little taster of that here. The economy suffering, however, for Heretics. So you've got Sheriffs, bit of a broken buy, still certainly serviceable. And crept really deep on that.
Two big openings.
Oh dear. They can filter that rifle back
Covered
through.
weapon.
The
Viper's
TP.
Pit.
Didn't commit to it. Okay, Plant's going to be coming down, and you're right, the Viper's Pit there, the lockdown. Lots to use. It looks like Heretics kind of leading into maybe not a set piece as such, but, you know, a really well-crafted idea. Seemed to have a full approach in mind for how they wanted to break in towards that A site. And the lockdown on top. They're making no mistakes now.
They're dumping everything into this round to secure it. This is off the back of an eco as well, and if you look at the economy of the other side, Gentlemates, 150, 300, 300. These guys need to save. They have nothing going into the next round. They need these if they want to have a chance.
And that's the aspect where, you know, those 1v3s, those close rounds, that's when it matters, because the money's never stable.
Right.
You're never building up that bank behind you. You never get a round in hand. It is really like, okay, if we lose out on those first two, we got to pull the plug. We got to hit that early save. So it took Heretics bringing out maybe a little set piece into this, you know, a clear-cut plan coming out from maybe Weber or Niels. However they wanted to approach it, they've just done that. But now we look back into kind of the more regular rounds. This generally has been Gentlemates' side.
Miniboo has his KO ulti. There's a time for a set play. This could be it. But they're in a little bit of control of the situation. They're getting this walk up on A fairly easily. They know that there's going to be no op on the board. That opens up options for them to do their contact plays. And they are so damn good at these contact plays as well. Looks like they're just faking their A default here. I don't know if enough people got scanned by Team Heretics to make Gentlemates want to move away from here, but still walking out here if they're able to get these opening kills.
Timing on this, just as he wants to refresh here. There's
Do
the
it
hot
now.
flash. It's going to give them at least the line forward. Miniboo, when do you decide to pop the ult? If he does, you're looking at Takas back of yellow. A Guardian going to be really, you know, trying to make it count.
I think they
worried.
might wait 20 more seconds, get that knife up for a Miniboo just to get that confirmed info off the back of yellow. But already 4 defenders here, and they're coming to do this reflash push.
The knife, and there's going to be the 2 players spotted.
But the smoke.
And away they go. Kadabra not, oh, the flash was so good there, but Kadabra had a chance. Does get a 1. Woog goes down, but now the site looking more and more vulnerable. But keep your eyes on the spike. It's still not really left spawn here. The owl drone being brought in. Do they continue along this? Do they carry on towards B? No, they're not. They look where the spike's heading. Okay, a little bit of a second guessing here. There is still in the tank over on the A site.
Recalling my bot.
Maybe a bit of a double fake almost. Got to pause here, but they don't have much time to pause, so they kind of have to play this one out a little bit dry to an extent. There's the step, and the wall goes up. Whalers is spotted. Bayaz is there. This should be enough now for the tank to rotate. 10 seconds. The flash from Bayaz again.
Down B.
He has been absolutely on it. Now there's the problem of the spike and Gentlemates. Working the time, working the players, punishing Heretics.
That was a must-round win for Gentlemates, and they were probably just so nervous after their flash peak didn't work. They mistimed it ever so slightly. I think it was off by maybe a couple seconds. What happened was they still had their Omen one-way smoke up, so when these flashes came in, when the KO flash came in, all of the attackers, Team Heretics, were protected. They didn't see that flash come in. They were protected, and then that smoke dropped, and they were able to win out those duels. 4 versus 3 conversion. Gentlemates coming out from the back foot.
Hey, credit where it's due. They had a horrific run before on this map. They've come back out and just absolutely torn up the history books here. Good start this time. Last time around we saw him fall on that peak. This time he gets rewarded. Straight up the guts though. Boo just pressuring middle. Like, hey, do you remember you guys do this to us? We're gonna give that a go actually. A little bit of a split here. The tank, gun in hand. And he does the dance just right. Steps around the knives and Wu falls. And the tank's still here. He's such a nuisance. He's getting away with it again and again. And now we're tied up. Heretics held at 10. Gentlemates back in this game.
Gentlemates saw last week they see Giant X take a map off of Team Heretics. They know, hey, if they can bleed, they can die. If Giant X can do this, so can we. It might go down to the distance, down to the wire. It happened in overtime on Split. Gentlemates is looking to be another team that can take a map off of Team Heretics.
Second timeout.
2, and then being closed out by Whalers with 2 with his Guardian. I think Team Heretics, if I'm in the voice comms of that pause, I'm probably saying like, hey, we're actually not even doing too bad. Like, we have some advantages. We could just keep doing what we're doing.
I wonder. I always wish we could be just a fly on the wall to hear what they're saying, but
Early control,
yeah, look at
Cadavra
this.
all the way through.
Then they get the 4 players over towards the A site here. Heretics, yeah, they get the step in. They can probably get the plant too, but the pressure is right at the doorway. And now you can see the worry, you can see the paranoia being sent in, you can see the thrash being sent in. They've got everything they needed. Bears and Takas in unison. It's an absolute shutdown. Riens and Benji, you ain't got anything to say here. Finally, Gentlemate's looking in full form. Prepared, ready, waiting, and punishing every step the Heretics have tried to take. Benji, you're good, but you're maybe not a 1v4, almost a 1v5 good. 17 HP. We ask a lot of him. We're asking an ace here.
I've seen a 1v3 ace clutch today. 30 seconds remaining, 17
30
HP.
seconds left.
Thrash recovered.
I got the spike.
And 11 rounds for Gentlemates. I want to get a replay of that Thrash as well because
Did he get both of them up towards Nest?
it got both of them in Nest, and I think it came from heaven and did a hop from the rafters up into
Oh
Nest
my
right
God,
here. Just a
EBS.
nice
Yeah.
strafe jump onto heaven, got both of them, and just sprayed through the smoke. And it was all really off of that initial fight down middle through B. I mean, we're just seeing Cadavra literally solo run through B, meet up with his teammates down middle. Hey, B's clear, mid's clear, it's got to be A. They converge on A, they use that Thrash, and they clean up 11 rounds. So close to making it happen, but full buy coming out for Team Heretics. They might wait for this counter knife. They know every single round. Gentlemates, after a few seconds, they do a counter. There is no knife right now. It might be a flash peek instead. They're just waiting out that timing, trying to catch them at the interval.
Flash.
Flash,
Flashes.
there's Dizzy. I mean, Wood's got to run. So does Boo. Boo's caught there. Oh my gosh, how did Boo live? So close to being punished. That was almost perfect.
The reaction from Team Heretics is actually to go B, Benji up tube, but that's where the Sentinel setup is. Viper's Pit.
Preemptive too. Lots of util in the way. That's so tough. Try and get in on.
There's no turret blocking Benji though.
You can see the eyes. Takas is still watching this. That deeper angle. Oh, and it's all about timing. Who gets the god timing on this one? That's pretty much it. And there's still the fight on the site. Bayaz even layering in on this. They want that 12.
They see the turret now.
They've got to know.
They give the comp to Benji. Benji
Plant
could
spike,
walk up
30
now.
seconds left.
He doesn't hear anything though.
Yeah, still not going on this. They're being held at 25 seconds. He's
letting
getting
them
so
sweat.
low. This is such a crazy stalemate. They've got to make a go on this. 18 seconds, time to go. They've got to stick the landing, and Cadavra still waiting, still mopping up. 2 big kills, a third to add to it. The body count just piling on. Sees Boo, but now 7, 6, times run too low. It's 12 for Gentlemates. Unthinkable scenes in front of us here. Keeping everything moving forward for the French side. Lockdown still in play for them as well. They're getting everything they wanted.
Gentlemates, you can see individually just swinging around with so much confidence, understanding that we have an actual chance to take this map, go to a third map. It's their life for playoffs. Team Heretics, they don't have that much pressure. It's just locking in the top 2. Can they do this? Do they want it badly enough? They have to show it.
Ain't that just the question? How bad do you want it? You saw how close Gentlemates got to that start before. Almost catching 2. It was Boo trying to dart back, and I think Woot as well. Same or a similar flash setup. Where's the Dizzy to follow? There it is. Last time around.
Catches
Woot's,
him.
yeah, screwed here potentially. Does get away with his life. Again, fine margins here.
This time, they're going to go towards B, just break the utility, put a little bit of pressure, maybe use that drone and Hunter's Fury to sell it, but the re-hit towards A for Team Heretics.
Trying to feign that there's a little bit more presence here. You're going to see the util being run through. Knife goes in, clears yellow, no one's there, so already response being made. Bayaz, he's out of there. Heretics trying to pull this fake in the very last couple of seconds, maybe keep a second body, a third man at ideal, but They're not falling for it. He's drawn out the lockdown. That's something. Do they
Sneak
consider
under?
Takas? Do they consider Natank? Because you better do, because they've just been lined up on a platter. This is perfection from Gentlemates.
seconds left.
I don't think many of us saw this one coming, but now it's their chance to close out here. 5 of them standing. Rienz and Miniboo probably stunned at this. And I can't believe what we witnessed, but a marvelous performance from Gentlemates here, closing it down. 13-10.
Where's the stuns? Where's that
Where's the-
exec heavy
yeah,
stuff?
okay.
Maybe it would have been better for him to even be on a Sage, you know what I mean?
Don't say it, don't say that, don't. I like it, I like what we're seeing.
Or Phoenix then.
Oh God, it's even worse. Okay, we're into the 3rd and final map here. I think a lot of us didn't expect to see it. Maybe Yinzu had it right the whole time. I don't know, she was a bit of a believer. But we wait with bated breath here. We Gentlemates on the attack. Of course, Heretics on the defending side. And a bit of a David against Goliath scenario here today. Miniboo, first challenge. He's found Kadabra.
And that is A just completely flushed open. Gentlemates. Oh man,
You clear
Boo.
Boo.
No way.
You clear Boo, don't you? You're gonna clear. No, you don't. You don't clear Boo. And that's what happens when you don't clear Boo. He gets away with 2. You've seen it all now. They're just gonna leave. It looks like Benji just to hold down. Oh my God, in the tank. That was snappy.
Spike planted.
That's fine, Rienz, but it's a lot to ask of Takas. This better be the best paranoia you've ever damn seen. And might get a go of it. No, okay. Heretics gonna start this one up now. Is the you know, all theoretical nonsense conversation. Right, so Icebox, it was a bit of a surprise result seeing the Gentlemates won it, so you can have the confidence pretty high up, right? You've just taken a map off Heretics, you're feeling good, everything's hitting. But there is also the counter argument to this that you probably just got them pissed off Heretics, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? You're the expected team to win. They either step up or they capitulate and fall down. Now we get to see what we get, right?
I mean, Icebox, it was Gentlemate's pick. They had the double controller. It's probably something that Team Heretics wasn't prepared for, something that they aren't used to playing against. And we saw that 5-0 start for Team Heretics. So we're like, oh yeah, they're going to close this out easy. And Gentlemates probably, you know, surprised them a little bit. But here, this is one of the hunting grounds for Team Heretics.
Yeah, bread and butter situation. Right into this. Got to look at the purchase here, actually, on the other side as well. Stinger coming out. Sheriffs. And a quick lean, a quick attempt on this B site, clearing through by Blue. The plant's going to be there. I like the late positioning, potentially, from Bayaz. An overextension means death. Takas goes down, and there's no harm really put there towards Miniboo. How do they get back into the site, though?
They open up this blue door. I don't know if they did.
I don't know. I don't think they have, Vix. It's all... Oh, hello! Whalers. No follow-up. Natank now, next up. Can't make much more of it, and it's Bayaz on this position. The door has been opened, but by now, I think he might have missed that window of chance, and they seem to be spanning through. They're very aware of it. Diffuse is in. 3 alive. The 2 Bulldogs, the 1 Vandal. No harm made. Decent attempt from Gentlemates. Not enough to convert it at the end, though.
So round 1, Team Heretics. Big Bro and Little Bro find one of those spammable boxes, hide behind it, let them walk by and get the kills. Round 2, heavy control over that A main. Going into the bonus round here, I wouldn't be surprised to see if they're trying to get in the faces again of Gentlemates. Gentlemates, they don't have a composition that they can really go and take those heads-up duels right at the start of the round where they just go straight headbutt each other. They have to wait. They have to let Team Heretics take some map control, then retake it with that Viper wall.
Whalers has seen a whole lot there. Mound control does get put firmly in the hands of Heretics at the very beginning. Now, do they try and cut through the noise by going through door, potentially push him off that position? See how Gentlemates responds after seeing that initial walkout.
You have to keep in mind, though, this stun line could be really deadly.
We could. Benji getting closer. Careful. Pixel spotted. He's in, I don't want to say no man's land, but Miniboo now wants to help him out a bit. See Miniboo quickly turning his attention elsewhere, though, knowing that maybe there's a second layer to this, a second string. But he's still holding Mound. They are very firm in their positions here, not really afraid to hold this, maybe even to the extent of danger. Avra also slipping a little bit deeper here. This is still interesting. This is still Miniboo holding at this point. He does not want to fall away just yet. Finally forced off. Pressure on the other side of the map as well. Hard to answer all the questions here. A lot of question marks across the map.
Team Heretics kind of getting worked and split up a little bit. not able to do the normal rotations that they would like to be able to because Gentlemates has so much map control. They
30
pressured
seconds
B,
left.
they pressured off Mound.
But time, it's starting to run a little low for me. 25 seconds, and the spike's heading back towards C. Oh my god, this
It's
is
just
really
Mini Boot.
late. Yeah, it is. We say just Mini Boot. Big man himself at times. Nothing mini about it. He's going to hear the steps. That's going to be called out.
Oh, no one's there to protect him either.
And
no one can recover that. That's it.
Yeah, that's round
Down,
wraps.
C.
4 seconds, 3, no chance to plant, and it just took Mini Boo's patience, discipline, and heads-up work, not falling for the fake. Bonus found, and it looks like they've awoken the beast a little here in Heretics. Not letting Gentlemates have that step in, because it felt like they had them split there, Josh. It felt like they were working them on this early start.
I mean, Team Heretics, they were worked off like really well. They were split up, but Mini Boo understood like, hey, it's by the time I get all the way over there, they're gonna be in the site, or my teammates have already won. I'm surprised Gentlemates didn't actually just go through, do the due diligence, clear that elbow angle out. I mean, the talk, he could have just like sprinted in. Once they use that Omen teleport, they're making the noise anyways.
Yeah, that's going to hurt a little bit, I feel. Once again, that information. Mound is I'm looking to see how they adapt each time now, because they know of that Mound control. They know that they've been taking that as a high priority. Gentlemates looking like they want to try and pressure towards B again, lean back through, work in this map on the extremities now. Never again. They're going to be forced to invest a lot of early utility, and I'm looking at the tank trying to get, gap closing here. Boo, almost got caught by that.
This way.
Oh, okay. Little bit of a question mark. They don't quite know what's down here. It is just a tank at the moment. And the double face is going to deal with him. Boo's taking him down. They've secured the space there. They've seen nothing else beside it. So once again, Mini Boo kind of becoming a bit of an anchor in a way. Having to hold down this A site. You can see that spike traipsing its way across here.
Still, Mini Boo single-handedly won the last round.
Dav has crept close though. Don't know about Mini Boo on the site here. This cross could be the death of them. Actually, he gets out. Really, what precarious play.
Gotta go.
But the plant's in. Gentlemates this time managing to snake through a little bit better.
5v4 and Heretics not budging off that just initial pressure, that contact, waiting for that spike to get guaranteed stuck in that site. Now they move in, 5 versus 4.
Yeah, look at the util as well, Josh. They've still got the paranoia, they've still got all the stuns, all the flashes, all the goodies here to try and clear through at least those initial steps of sight. And the ult on top, Mini Boo really investing into this. Oh, snap back, gorgeous! Post-plant setup from Gentlemates. This is looking very good. Takas could be in trouble here. Oh, actually tell a lie, it's only Rien's to do damage. That is wondrous from Gentlemates.
That tripwire from Whalers right at the entrance to the site. The Viper wall also right next to it. They couldn't see it. Team Heretics, Mini Boo, he trips in it. He gets slingshotted back, and there's nothing they could do. Team Heretics normally are so good. 5 versus 4 retake. You would think, oh, this is a done deal for these guys. This is what they live and breathe for. Nope. Gentlemates shuts them down.
All right, first step by Gentlemates. This series could be such a banger if we see both teams really popping off here. Bucky's out for the tank and the crisscross tic-tac-toe about to be played. And it's Woot to find Takas in all the madness and the mayhem. And the trade's effective for Heretics this time. Thriving in the chaos, the flash is divine. And Heretics quickly course correct here, not allowing any play beyond rubble.
And Team Heretics probably reeling a little bit from the previous round. How dare you guys take a round from us? Try it again, I dare you. And this is like a perfect example. If there's a way to illustrate why the composition for Team Heretics just beats Gentlemates is at these opening duels, this big battle. This breach utility is everything. Look at the layered flash off of the stun. They have the neon stuns, but the paranoia. There's just so much that's going in their favor.
Find you.
This is getting scrappy now as well for Gentlemates, so they don't want to let this one slip too far away, right? You don't want to give Heretics that big beginning. But their money's starting to wane a little bit here. Guardian out, Sheriff, Bulldog. And no easy instigating ults either. Heretics claiming their stake towards rubble. This is a lot on Boo's shoulders. He does have his TP if he's feeling too much. But this, again, is 3 players there. Sometimes try and get out if you can. Oh, you are playing such a dangerous game, the Paranoia.
He has his ulti
Just
as well.
about. I mean, Boo is a lucky boy. He's played it really well, but man, that was close enough.
Team Heretics loses so much of the map. They have no info around Mound, no info at B, and now they've also lost not only a lobby, but a site is completely abandoned. It's going to be a 5 versus 5 retake potentially here.
I guess they've got Woot's ult to lean into if they get the chance for it. This Prowler should connect on Boo. It does. And Boo's in a little bit of trouble here. He's actually been able to play his life pretty nicely. And they've got a site, though. You're right, completely evacuated. No one was nearby.
I'm looking for Whalers in the end round just to see what he could do. He should not progress. He should wait for his team. He should wait for Team Heretics to do something. If he gets caught here, it could be really just tragic. It looks like
Really high risk.
yeah, he could have just waited a few more seconds, but it looks like he's winning this timing right now.
He gets to tell his teammates where they're coming from. Everyone can turn their attention this way. They now
Triplets
know
for
it.
Heaven.
Whaler's going to spot it out and just be a nuisance, be in the back line. Cadaver's going to find Woot, though. And now Bayaz having to hold this one down. Benji going to take the first couple of steps here. Time's starting to tick here, but Heretics starting to clean house. Whalers, they know where he was. Takas, he's got to do a whole lot. He's done very well, but this is too much for Whalers. Surely not. Oh, Benji. Got him in the end. That felt close. But Heretics make it through the maze in the end. There were layers to that could have cost them.
Benji actually placed a trip right outside Heaven. So if Whalers actually went through B, through Heaven, he would have got caught by that trip. Went that long way. If he was able to connect that Sheriff shot at the opening, that could have been the difference maker. But all the rest of the Gentlemates just lost in the sauce, smokes, Viper walls, everything happening. And Team Heretics converging from multiple different angles, giving those spam kills.
Starting to see them try and settle down a little bit here. Gentlemates slowing this down. They've been going head-to-head, kind of, crunching into each other. Some very high-octane, volatile starts to these rounds, but they have been tipping towards Heretics now. 5-1 is a scoreline they can't really abide by.
Hey, man. 5-0 was the start of the last game, and it came out to Gentlemates' favor. A couple things going in the favor of Team Heretics right now is that we've seen them time and time again on this map. Woot has his Nightfall still. He didn't have to expend it last round. It's going to be an eco round, most likely for Gentlemates. Maybe a small investment with Stingers, Guardians, potentially. A little bit of a half buy. And if Team Heretics is able to pick up a few more rounds here, that's going to be looking really good for them, because once they go into that second half as well, they have so much to really target down those Gentlemates players. They can use the Prowler to confirm information of a player, use that breach stun to lock them down, and Mini Boo flies in at them. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Gentlemates is able to defend against that.
Come on, Gentlemates, give us a game here.
Just a few more rounds, yeah?
Yeah, I genuinely, if you're going to take us to a third map, let's see what you've got. Now, we do see what you kind of discussed, the Guardians, the Bulldogs, the Sheriffs, and the early attempt on Mini Boo's life. This time, he's sticking round. He's got help. And you can see the Heretics just really digging their heels in to the side of the map. A risky maneuver, considering they are up against a lighter purchased team. You can see, deals with the Prowler and then deals with the player. Making it seem like no problem. He does eventually fall away. You can see the Prowler in response as well, clearing out towards B. Starting to understand the timber and tempo that Gentlemates have been trying to play with.
Team Heretics, I don't even remember the last time they tried to defend a site. It must have been like round 2. But here comes the rotation. Cypher trying to sneak the bomb. Spike towards C.
Already though, I'm looking at the cam still there. Takas doing wonders. Takes down Boo. Oh, Boo, get out of here. And where'd you go now? Bayaz is a little bit screwed in this. There's still going to be the util in the way. He still has to show his hand if he wants in.
There's no bypassing this trip. You have to break that.
They're still worried about the presence on B, because there was a chance that maybe Whalers was still lingering around there, but they can lean on the retake. They still have Rians with his utility. They still have smokes with Boo. They've got 4 players to the 2, so this is going to have to be a massive over-delivery.
Do they
Either
use that
Bayaz or Whalers.
Omen teleport just to get that information on elbow area? Stuns up.
It looks like they're just going in on it. There's Whalers with his chance. Does get one and keeps his life, but Bayaz went down. Now Whalers on 5, overwhelmed. Too many targets and too few tries at it. 3 make it through for Heretics, and another round. That's 6-1 now.
Commanding lead for Team Heretics. They now have that rolling thunder from the breach as well. They can really invest that. That means that if they use that stun early out in the round, Gentlemates still needs to just proceed with caution. That kill from Boo in that smoke, that's so dirty. And then Woot still has his Nightfall. They've kept all of these things. The only thing that really Gentlemates has going for them is their Nightfall. They now have a Viper's Pit as well. I wonder if they're going to do some sort of fake. We've seen them try to set it up a couple times. We've seen them try to do it on Icebox as well. Maybe they could do something with the Viper's Pit, either as the fake or something to secure the round with it deep, getting in the faces of Team Heretics to disrupt that retake.
Wonder. You still have to go through that ever-extending protocol list, but it looks like the tank just wants to go in straight away. The TP did just get invested as well. There's a 3-play stack from Heretics towards B here. Just leaving Boo to his own devices on towards C, who's already seeing super deep on this. But with all this said, I think you got it right. That fake in progress.
There.
They need to find a way to get that spike somewhere relevant, and Benji is still on A, has that camera, spots 2 players, has the kill trip still up, and the rest of his team. Miniboo hesitating, doesn't know where to go. That spike gets faked. And now the Viper's Pit drops. All the rotation is coming. This is beautifully played, but Boo, he's too smart.
Boo is so smart with this.
Does he get out?
No, he doesn't. Okay, so Natang's got the sight. They need to just get there and get the spike down if they can. Bayaz still has his ult. That's huge for this potentially. But you got to say, when you're talking about ults, Heretics has the full hand. Still with that Nightfall, still with Rienz's too. There's a lot to work through here. Not easy.
They have the Odin spam as well for that plant spot.
You can hear it just being toyed with. There we go.
Double ult
Ult on ult. Surely there's no way out of this. Heretics just finding them body after body being dropped on the floor, and Whalers has nowhere to go. There was no way out of that one. Even if the spike got planted, it would have been incredibly impressive, but it wasn't going to happen. Whalers needs to back away, reconsider things here. And I think they've brought out that next layer to Heretics. The side who wants to prove a point. Yeah, they dropped Icebox, but they don't want to be dropping this one. 7-1 now, the scoreline spiraling out of control here.
And we've seldomly seen Team Heretics running Benji Fishy's trips towards that C site. He's been placing them for A. He realizes, hey, there's double controller going on right now. They're going to try to do a lot of these fakes, these lurks. And they're not going to go for these straight-up hits. So he's placing his trips, he's spreading them across the map, giving them to his teammates, switching his setup, playing on A randomly. And I think if he was playing towards C, that strat works for Gentlemates. But the fact that he's playing on A that round, it caught them. Like, where do they go? The trips are still up, the camera's still up. The jig is up.
Might just be Miniboo. And it's just... You know, you're looking at the swings in pressure, right? We've seen how many times, Miniboo, for example, will go out towards Mound. Pressure that caused them to invest utility this time. Other side of the map towards A, you've got deeper prowlers, you've got Boo pushed up here towards Rubble. Godabra's job is to try and at least keep him... Oh, God. 3 HP is all he gets left with. Oh, man, that's rough. And the switch up of the setup here, too. The lower traps. The tank now knows this might be the site he's on. Rienz, good positioning too. This is tough, this is really tough. Do they get in? They've got a couple of steps forward, but it's not pretty. And look at Benji waiting. Oh, nice little flick there. The tank just trying to sweep around the backside though, but it's still Benji. Oh my God! It's stunning from Benji! His aim this round alone was outrageously good. Natang here. Yeah, not gonna happen. Credit to Benji on that one. And look, we both come from more, your Counter-Strike sort of situations where seeing players kind of aiming up, down, left, right, and center. Yeah, he knows what he's done. There's the Fortnite in him, look at him. So easy to adjust like this, just, oh.
Just build, LOL.
Well, Gentlemates need to build a bloody plan at this point. One round. Could do with some more.
And as that lead just builds and builds and builds, I feel like Gentlemates is going to run out of ideas. It looks similar on Icebox, but Gentlemates was able to pull something out. I'm not sure, I'm not confident that they have it in them for this map. Lotus against Team Heretics and talk us down.
Yeah, what are you meant to do? They're winning everywhere.
Spike down A.
It's that second evolution almost of them. None of the fights seeming to be working out. No little set plays to bring in.
Right there.
This has been a one-sided affair this time around. If they get away with the minimum remainders, maybe there's still a chance for Gentlemates, but they're struggling. And look at some of these deep pieces of util. You noticed it too. Like, look at this. They can't be subtle around the map anymore.
We're just going to stack on A, watch B, and if you want to go C, guess what? You got to get past this trip. And not only that, we have a camera set up in the site as well. Once you get on the site, go for that plant, go for that post plant. We're going to retake in. I popped the camera. I know exactly where you are.
It's all been there. And look at the paranoia about it as well. They know what he's been up to. They've seen quite a lot. Benji putting on a clinic here. But they've got a plant this time.
Stunned
Look
everywhere.
at it. Look at how hard it is to hold a site against this. I don't know where Gentlemates want to go. It looks like they want to focus towards CT. That puts Miniboo into play, but he's very crisp. It feels unfair. It genuinely feels very hard to imagine how you're meant to play into this. That's how you start it, but there's just so many bodies here. Heretics just a step above right now. Diffuse, 9 rounds. Gentlemates held on 1.
There's so many situations where Miniboo is off on his own, and he's able to just hold down an angle for Gentlemates to push and extend through, and he's just so good at just one-tapping that first guy that's coming in his way, that everyone else that's behind this player for Gentlemates is like, I'm not even going to go try to trade that. Miniboo's there? I'd rather go face the other 3 at Waterfall than go and face him in spawn.
This goes here.
Yeah, 12-6 for him. Ult's there in hand if he fancies it, but same can be said for the tank. Not on scoreboard-wise, but he does at least have the ult. They've got a buy here. And again, you're looking at trying to get away with scraps, really. 9 rounds already for Heretics. They'll be happy with that. Seeing this stack towards A, maybe another brawl potentially. No, it looks like a focus towards middle from Gentlemates. And they responded quickly here. Maybe feeling the pressure off the utility invested, but how did Gentlemates respond? Quick pivots, it looks like, is the answer from them.
Lots of map control. They push back A, they push back B. They come around to C. But the C pressure is just pressure. They're not trying to do anything with it, going back to A. But Team Heretics a step ahead. They have 3 players here.
Heretics are reading this really well.
When we back up,
Do they just try and
they
disrespect it?
could use the Viper Wall to walk across. They have that orb as well. Drop the...
Spam is still horrific to try and handle the... Oh my god! What? The tank, that felt too far-fetched for me. And look at how well-rounded this is. Takas and Cadaver have done damage. Okay, maybe bringing Heretics back to heal. First time in a minute we've had a player advantage here for Gentlemates. Good info as well. They know where the last 2 players are, so they should be able to get a plant.
Planted for tree.
Left.
Benji's still got his ult here. Creeping in towards door. Door is open. Bayaz, util. Same for Whalers.
Okay.
Does he check right? No, he doesn't. Okay, Whalers rewarded. Now he ends. The mechanical monster himself, but these are hard fights to have. A little bit of util. He can try and isolate. But he's getting wrapped on the side too. You're looking at Takas here, doing really good, lovely reposition. Gentlemates scraping up to a 2nd round. Punishing the audacity from Heretics there to stick around and keep trying to fight towards rubble. It worked out this time.
No, this is
wild.
absurd though. Natankas, look how many seconds between that and the next fight. At least 3 full seconds. And you would have thought like that flash, that paranoia that Boo throws down the entire lane, it's gonna catch everybody. You think for sure Team Heretics cleans this up. No sweat, no problem. Somehow, Gentlemates comes out on top.
Hey, you take them when you get them. Right back to business though. We've seen Miniboo doing this before. Probably see it again. Is there a pace change? Is there any new look?
Very
Careful.
close.
Yeah, Takas got to be cool. I know, on red alert now. He's getting pinched. Look at it. They want him dead.
Benji?
Oh dear, this is now going to get to scrappy times. Miniboo's on the prowl, he's on the hunt here. And they get all the information. The tank trying to find his way out of danger, out of dodge. But there's 2 players. Ugh, it's not pretty. Certainly no Rafa here. But it's going to work out. The site's under control. Waving the French banner on the site itself. Fights across the map. Clean from Cadaver, leaving just Miniboo alive. A 1v4. First challenger, Natang dead, 26 HP though.
Face your
He's
fear.
got ults, he's got everything he wants, but he's down to 1 HP on the decay. On this left side. Oh my god, stop it!
Haunt.
Stop it!
Where's
Thank
the-
you, thank you. Easy now, 3 rounds. 3 rounds is doable.
It's doable. I mean, we saw the 8-4 halves
Yep.
for 2 maps in a row. Gentlemates was able to convert one of those. 9-3, not out of the realm of possibility. It really comes down to the start right here, because if Team Heretics wins another pistol round, if they're able to get this one, that's going to really make Gentlemates think, do we want to do a force buy? Is that something that we really need to do? Are we feeling that pressured? That is a big lead.
Yeah. I don't envy IGLs for that sort of stuff. That's the horrific side of it. But at 9-3, Gentlemates gave themselves an opportunity, a chance, and Takas is played in. Just this little gap on the wall. It was Bayaz to draw blood. Takas got to get a move on here. Trying to time it. It's a bit messy, a bit scrappy. But it's mostly Heretics who've walked away wounded from this.
Team Heretics stalled out. Lots of time on the clock, still over a minute. Just barely. Counter utility set up for Gentlemates. Team Heretics needs to put a little bit of pressure elsewhere on the map.
Okay, the Prowler's going to catch on towards Wood, but we can see where the spike's going. There is still a cam here, so Whalers could check on this as and when. Spike going back, kind of almost maybe a double fake.
My camera is destroyed.
Only spots one on the camera. They might hold their setup.
How much do they respond? I think there's a haunt being considered.
Find
Yeah,
you.
they want to try and find some information on this. They've now had question marks across both sides of the map.
Because only Boo was spotted on the camera, they
30
actually
seconds
decide
left.
to take the spike back to A. Rian's spike in pocket, a free A site. Gentlemates basically fully bought into the C hold. They'll have that 5 versus 4.
Yeah, this is still very much in favor of, I'd still say, Gentlemates here with
10
man
seconds
advantage.
left.
Careful, Whalers.
Tripwire destroyed.
You don't want to go alone on this. You feel like you want to try and play with the rest of them. But as Heretics playing close by, they're sitting really deep on site here. Whalers, that might be overwhelmed. He is, Benji Fishy. The one to actually find him in the end, but you saw flying up the rope was Wood. And what is going on? Heretics just taking the fight to Gentlemates, who had the man to the good, who had everything they wanted. And Bayaz, I mean, this has fallen by the wayside and then some. What are you meant to do now? It's flipped here pretty much. He's back on the attack. And there's so many players, so many angles, and so few chances. 10 for Heretics instantly.
That was a 5 versus 4 for Gentlemates. And the reason why I highlighted him on the map there, going for that flank, Bayaz. Whalers is up in heaven, and he's trying to like inch forwards, trying to get like an opening kill, but they have that man advantage already. They don't need anything else.
Yeah.
And then Team Heretics, they realize, you know what? Our pressure on C worked. A site is free. We got here. There's no defenders. We're gonna one-way on top of the box. We're gonna take control of heaven, and we're gonna disrupt the retake. Gentlemates tried that same thing on Sunset against Team Heretics. Team Heretics is just executing it better.
And now with the advantage, they want to press further forward here. Frenzy out for Kadabra. Takas, Sheriff, the rest on Classics.
Whoa, okay. Ambitious.
Gun here.
3 more behind it. This is a classic strat. We used to see that. You would run down Banana with 1 or 2 players. They would go down and you'd hide 3 players backside.
They'll fall for it this time, I promise. There's definitely nothing weird happening.
So often we've seen Team Heretics run this type of anti-eco on round 2. Benji Fishy with that ghost kind of goes around, walks in around the map, gets that information.
Yeah, and the pivot. He's given them the keys to the castle, really. Free plant.
Drop that bridge to the
Spike
moat.
planted.
It's just really Takas the one who has the opportunity to do something with it, but I mean, it's not even an easy angle to play in from. You've got 5 players alive, smokes to cycle through for Boo. Oh, there's the Sheriff now noted. It's just, you look at it, look at the layers of utility. They're pulling no punches, is what I'm going to say. If the Heretics are playing this as you'd want them to see, taking it very seriously here. Boo going farming.
If Gentlemates goes in the last 10 seconds there, they might deal some economic damage.
Yeah, Takas gonna find Rienz.
Good, a couple kills.
Tank got Boo. It's getting a little bit closer. I mean, they're not gonna change the outcome of the round.
But Team Heretics knows they already have a beat on the clock. They know exactly how much time is left. As soon as it hits, 7 seconds left, all right, we're out of here. It's not possible for these guys to defuse it. We're not even gonna budge. Once I hear that spike getting defused, I already know time's already up.
Good, yeah. So what's the bonus look like now for Heretics as well? Pretty decent. 2 Vandals, Guardian, Bulldog, and SMGs on the other side. This is the one that really matters. If we've got a game or not is decided, I feel, in this round. So, gentlemates, if you've got a plan, if you've got something in mind, now's the time to do it.
Where are you?
Heretics turning the tide real quick. And it looks like a deep attempt at information over towards C-Mount. And a very all-in piece from Heretics, though, just kind of clear-cut about things. Gonna walk towards middle. Takas has to play his life well here, though. He can't really give away too much. If he goes down, oh my god, they're both in a little bit of danger here. Miniboo was hot on their heels. Luckily, they evacuate site in time. Plant's gonna come in, and they're very nearby here. See what they've got to come back in with. Prowler sent in. Whalers with the first. Woot's gone down. Okay. They've got the steps on the side. Boots on the ground here. They've got to dig out these deeper players, though. Miniboo's a bit of a... Oh, no!
Whoa.
No! The tank makes a mistake. He just drifts back in towards it, and now they start to line up. Wait, Takas. Go on.
Wait.
Go on, Takas. You needed a miracle. They just got one. Out of nowhere, the defuse right under the nose of Heretics. They'll be unhappy with that, but that's the way it goes. 4 for Gentlemates.
Only 1 alive for Gentlemates, though, and that is going to be an expensive round win again. I mean, Team Heretics is so close. If they're able to, like every round, keep Gentlemates down, it just takes 1 round win for Team Heretics to really just close out 2. It'll be a big swing round. And oh my goodness, just turning around into this is just the most kind of sad, depressing thing you could do. It's just like, oh man, I didn't even have a chance.
Okay, back to business. Into the buy.
Team Heretics could increase the pace again towards A. No Viper Wall there, no Orb, no Molly to stall them at the door. They could go straight into it, but here they're choosing. They got that space. They're going to go back, re-clear C maybe, push them off, get the kills if they're close. If they're not close, maybe go into exec. They have that stun, and they're going to do it off the Prowler info.
I was going to find nothing. Lots of util in their way, though.
Another Prowler and a Haunt.
There.
High-low setup, though.
There's 3 players holding that high-low.
Gutsy. Like
Yeah.
one flash comes in, and they swing at the same time with it. Yeah.
Cover going out.
They're running this late.
They're going to maybe choose to fake A, open that door, and then converge on B through blue.
Could be. Still got the camera there. Can hear that Prowler. Yeah, Whaler's very much ready for this. You've already got the rotations in as well. You've got a
30
tank
seconds
playing
left.
towards CT. Bayer's there. And then we...
caught in
what?
the open.
Rienz lands on the tank, and Miniboo going to try and take the angle over 20 seconds. They got to secure the plant, keep it safe. Gentlemates holding.
Planted.
Flank then being considered. You can't, I mean, Rienz just keeps finding players. That's a second caught off here. Do you pull the plug now?
Yeah, I think you have to. You need to be really damn sure that you're going to win this, and I don't think they have that confidence already. Cadaver caught on that flank by that trip. And if they go for this and they lose, they have no money for next round. They need these rifles. And these exits aren't even worth it. If he gets hunted down, which he's getting hunted down.
Yeah, they're hot on him. They want to take that away. Oh gosh, that's the rifle lost here. Takas got to be so careful too. Bayaz, similar situation. I think both of them are pretty safe now to keep hold of those rifles. I don't think there's a further chase. But the problem is, Josh, it's 12. 12 rounds for Heretics. Gentlemates' opportunities have dwindled. They've taken it as far as they can. Rienz just that second before managing to catch. And just a
There it
blind
is, yeah.
follow-up. Yeah, fair enough. It seems like he'll get one of those. And in the final hour here, Gentlemates have tried to call this.
Go over here. Okay, we're gonna fake. Like, they have full control over everything, and Gentlemates is back to just reacting instead of being proactive, like we saw on Icebox.
12-4. Back to the wall stuff here. Gentlemates, they want to extend play. They can't leave it around longer, and Heretics just going, it looks very all in for now. They're not making any subtleties about this. Straight in, Miniboo on the prowl, on the hunt, and he catches. Whalers down, sight looking very near to secure. Oh, and the paranoia. Kadabra trying to get closer to bring it in. Miniboo! Oh, they just want this one done, it looks like. Kadabra and Takas just walking in and actually starting to land some shots. Look at the HP. Rien's down to 14. Boo on 40. There's a chance. It ain't over yet. Kadabra clears close. Boo sticking nearby. The spray doesn't quite get it. They're so close to each other. One good spray, one bit of stall. They now know where Rien's is. But time is ticking. Gentlemates, they stay alive. One more round of it at the very least. The fuse is there. They hold on for another go.
I do not know how that flipped on its head. That opening kill from Miniboo at spawn, the follow-up right on right here, the flake one-tap stun, and then I just see a sheriff just shooting at the sky like it's a, you know, fireworks or something. But then right here, just like how did these happen? Takas with 4.
Yes, this should do.
Take one of those. Okay, still with a buy. Very close by to some big ults as well for Gentlemates. Look at it, so many of them just one away. Not out of the woods just yet, Heretics. You gotta do it till the last, and they're right back to this sort of pace though. Oh, Boo, so controlled. Takas, can you do it again? Maybe he can! Previous round was 4, he's already on 3. Spikes left on their side, they need this back for Heretics. But this is big work from him. Benji, Fishy, and Woot. Oh, they're feeling naughty. Feeling a little dangerous, but Takas, he's gone down now. The hero from before has fallen. It's on Whalers, it's on Bayas, and Bayas wants out. He doesn't want to stick around anymore. Gives him a little bit of safety to play from. That doorway will do it. Information now starting to flow.
Benji Fishy hat round.
Oh God, you've said it.
He's gonna have Nightfall off the back of this as well.
Starting to clear the back lines.
There's Heaven, realizes it's gotta be a double flank, has Prowler still as well.
Ooh, okay, Woot. Sitting up towards that CT Heaven side. Benji down low. Plant's good for it too. As long as it's just around that corner, they'll be fine. Prowler goes in. Benji found Bayas. They know where Whalers is. It's a 1v2 for survival at this point. And all those high hopes might be crushed under the heels as Heretics now trying to just do the dance, buy time, cause Whalers to be sweating. Bullets, there's nothing more. Benji closes it down.